What's going on, everybody? It is your boy Bad Dog. Day three. Day three of the NFL free agency, and a lot of things being done right now, right? The Giants just signed Afidi Obanigbo from the Minnesota Vikings. And a lot of people are talking about him. He's actually not that bad. He'll be 27 next month. He had 10 and a half sacks, 28 tackles for loss. He also had quite a few quarterback hits for the Vikings in the last two seasons. So really, that's a pretty good signing. Kind of an under-the-radar guy. Obviously, that means they're probably not going to go after Hassan Reddick. But the Giants do add a lower-priced defensive end. Right before I came live here about, a half an hour ago that happened. So, yeah, man. I mean, it's been fun watching this. Like I said, I just can't take a day off work, man. I planned on doing it for a while, and when it gets time to do it, I just can't. I can never take a day off work. I'm on vacation in about 2 weeks, a little more than 2 weeks, and I'm off for 2 weeks. So I just get there, and then we'll worry about that. Die-hard Giants fan, what's going on, my man? Trip Giants, Harrison the Bunny, Cheese Whiz. Harrison the Bunny's a Washington fan. He's got Corey Davis, or not Corey Davis. I'm sorry. Oh God, Samuel. And they just picked up Samuel, so they got a receiver now to go with Terry McLaurin. So that's a good signing for Washington, too. Drip Giants is going on. Tom, Lou, Matthew G, Dominic Pope, Evan Spitzberg, Andrew S, KP. How about them Rangers, KP? Talking towards Landon, Andrew S, Tom Hugh, Jared Stewart, Jay Diamond, Odyssey Sports, Suchit Rayo, Kalen Dragon, Glow Davis. And what's going on? Dominic Pope, Andrew Christopher with his normal hi. That's his staple. Hi. Tyler Martinson, what's going on? Crispy, Ray from Virginia, what's up, buddy? Odyssey Sports, Danny Lukenheimer, True Rap List, Meet Tarhan, a fan with a mic. What's going on, buddy? Kevin Wall, thank you for joining the stream. Appreciate you guys being here. Alex Sports, Tommy Navarro, J.R. Payne, Char JP, Peter Biscardi, LeBron James, Jake Raines, Annotated a Sauce God, Prison Mike, it's been a while. How you doing, Prison Mike? Bill Needham One, Santos, Hunter Gallant, J.R. Payne. Chris Senis, man, thank you so much for the super chat, brother. I really appreciate it, man. Brilly, and tonight, this is not soda. It's St. Patrick's Day, guys. It's the only day of the year that I drink Murphy's Irish Stout. But that's what the beverage is tonight. I hope that all you guys and girls are out there having a beer with yours truly. So hopefully you guys and girls are doing that. Actually, I could do this tonight too. So why don't we do this? Chris Senis, thank you for the super chat. Really, my man. He says, do you know when Golladay is supposed to meet? I do not know. I have not heard anything about that as of yet. I would imagine it's going to happen here pretty soon. Now, the Bengals did offer Kenny Golladay a 1-year deal, just so you guys know. That's a 1-year prove-it deal. I think the Giants are going to offer him more than that. There's no doubt about that. And I believe that the Giants will get that done. We'll start talking about him in a second. Because obviously that's the big news right now is that. And Tyler Morling, thank you so much for the super chat, man. Really appreciate it, brother. Brilly. And Brilly means more today on it's St. Paddy's Day. I can't do an Irish accent. My wife's half Irish, half French. I can't do an Irish accent. And Tyler says, I heard you signed a 5-year, $100 million contract to be the right guard of the Giants. Congrats. I'm a little small for that, man. I'm only 183 pounds. I'm a little small. Maybe a running back or a corner. 6 foot 183 is pretty conducive to play one of those positions. But we'll see. I don't know what time tomorrow, Drip Giants. I'm not sure. Andrew Rodriguez, what's going on, man? And AMG Sam is in the house. Duke Bothers. Thank you so much for the super chat, brother. Brilly. He says, Aaron, go bra. I'm confused, Duke. I'm confused. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. But Bobby! Everybody say hi to Bobby. Bobby! Hi, Bobby. You know what the funny thing is about everybody in the chat? Say hi to Bobby, please. Make Bobby feel welcome. Make him feel welcome. Bobby. Yeah, Afidi Odenigbo. I mentioned that earlier. Svi, 10 sacks with the Vikings, 10 and a half sacks over 2 years, 28 tackles for loss last year. It's not a bad signing for a couple $1 million. But obviously the big news, guys, is Kenny Golladay going to meet with the New York Giants. And There's no way in hell the Giants are letting him walk without signing him, in my opinion. I think that we have all sat here this offseason, or most of us anyway, definitely me, and said the Giants have got to get a pure number one receiver. The Giants have got to get Daniel Jones an absolute number one. And yes, we could draft the wide receiver, but you don't know what you're getting. Devontae Smith could be a bust. Jalen Waddle could be a bust. Jamar Chase, if he fell to 11, could be a bust. You don't know. Kenny Galladay's had some injury issues, but you know what you're getting with him. He can play at this level. When he's healthy, he's one of the best receivers in the league. He's probably a top 10 receiver. He's great at going up and catching the ball. People are talking about his lack of separation. The fact of the matter is he's one of the best at going up and getting the ball against defenders. He'd be great in the red zone. And he also is one of the best in catching passes over 20 yards. So Kenny Golladay is exactly what the New York Giants need. And I know a lot of Giants fans wanted him. Now, me, I wanted Allen Robinson. Allen Robinson wasn't available. And, you know, a lot of people were talking about Curtis Godwin. He's not available either. Kenny Golladay is. Kenny Golladay is one of the guys that we wanted. The Giants tried to, you know, it was obvious the Giants were interested, guys, because the Giants talked about him last year. Remember, they inquired about him last year to the Lions. So you know that they're interested. Obviously, there's mutual interest there. I did a video today, you know, talking about how the Giants missed on Leonard Floyd. They tried to go after Leonard Floyd, and he turned them down. So obviously, if Golladay is interested in the Giants, that bodes well for us. But I also talked about how, because he hasn't gotten signed, because this has been such a bad market for wide receivers and the cap went backwards, that maybe the Giants could afford him on like a 2-year, $32 million deal. It's very possible the Giants don't sign him 4 years, because this way, like I said in the video, Kenny Golladay right now is at his lowest value. He's coming off an injury, right? Bad breakup in Detroit. And, of course, you know, the cap goes backwards to $182.5 million. So, obviously, Kenny Golladay in a couple of years could test the free agent market again when he's 29. If he has 2 good years with the Giants, then he could get paid. So, it probably would be better for Golladay if he accepts a short-term deal, plays well for 2 years, and then he could get his payday of 19 or 20 million a year like he was looking for. But he's not going to get that this year. And the fact that not many people have reached out to him and offered him a very lucrative contract really bodes well for us. I just don't see how we're going to let him walk. Now, I'm not going to get my hopes up to have him crash down, but I'm not going to lie. I got really excited when I heard the news about Kenny Golladay, and I'm hoping like hell that we get him. That don't mean we can't double up on wide receiver. I'm still all over. Even if we get Kenny Golladay, I'm still all over taking Kyle Pitts. But we don't need to go receiver. We don't need to take an offensive player at that point. We can go Pat Surtain if he's there. We can go Micah Parsons if he's there. We can go Slater. I know Slater's an offensive guy, but he's a lineman. We can go so many different ways if we get that number one guy out of the way. The Giants do have enough cap space. Being able to sign Leonard Williams was enormous for the Giants. The restructure of Nate Solder's contract was huge. That he took a massive pay cut. I'd save the Giants about $14 million right there. So that's really good. Prison Mike, thank you for the super chat. Really, I didn't even read that. And you said, I pray Kyle Pitts into existence for the G-Men. You and me both, buddy. Can you imagine a healthy Saquon Barkley, Darius Slayton, Sterling Shepard, Kenny Golladay, Kyle Pitts? How good could the offense be? How good could the offense be with that? It would be unbelievable, man. It would be an amazing thing if we could get all that to happen, man. That would be incredible. Gus Gafoo, thank you for the super chat, my man. Brilly. And again, yes, this is beer tonight, guys. It is beer. The old Irish beer, Murphy's Irish Stout. I prefer it over Guinness. He says, happy St. Patrick's Day, Mr. Bad Dog. Keep up the great work, my man. Gus, thank you, man. I really appreciate that, buddy. And like I said, man, today, well, like I said, I didn't plan on going live tonight, but I wanted to hang out and talk with you guys about the free agency because I haven't had a chance to, because I didn't take the days off of work. This is the only night of the week that I had off. You know, I had the Lakers the last 2 nights. I was going to get some sleep tonight. I said, there's no way I cannot come in here and hang out with you guys and girls, you know, talking about the Giants stuff. This is even before Kenny Golladay news. And, you know, I got the Lakers tomorrow. Then we got the Talking Giants on Friday. Then I got the Lakers on Saturday. So this really is the only night that I'm going to get a lot of sleep. And I forewent it. You know, I'm foregoing it to hang out with you guys, girls, because I love you guys and girls. And like I said, man, my channel It's nothing without you guys, girls. And I love talking about the Giants, and I love talking football. And I really haven't had the opportunity to do so. So I wanted to come on here and hang out with the best subscribers and supporters on YouTube. So thank you. I really do appreciate you guys and girls being here tonight. Adam Troy, thank you for the super chat. Brilly, my man. He says, do we know when Kenny G is visiting? Don't know yet. Don't know. Have not heard. If anybody gets any updates in the chat, shoot them out there. But I have not heard anything. It just says they plan on meeting. So I'm not exactly sure. I see my lady Asia Roberson is in the chat. What is going on, my lady? Always good to see our lady Asia Roberson in the chat. I hate when this thing comes up. I get this thing ready to install all the time, and even though I've installed it, there's one thing I have to do. There's like, I told you guys, I'm pretty frugal when it comes to buying stuff, but there's two things I gotta get. I gotta get that TV, and I'm going to get the new TV. I'm definitely gonna get the new TV. Definitely going to get the new TV when I go on vacation at the beginning of April. I really need a new computer. This computer's old, and I need a new computer really bad. So I have to pony up. I don't get a laptop. I like the Mac. I like the desktop Mac, which kind of ends up as a laptop. You don't put it on your lap, but you can move it around. Yuri, thank you so much for the super chat, my man. Really appreciate it. He says, Curtis Samuel is going to know what it's like to get swept by his hometown team every year. He got overpaid, in my opinion. What did he get? I missed it. I just saw he signed with them. So I'm not sure. But Washington needs a receiver really bad too, Yuri. So it doesn't surprise me. I don't think it's a bad move for Washington. If they can afford him, I really don't think it's a bad move. I honestly don't. And I'm pretty sure Curtis Samuel played for Ron Rivera, right? He was in Carolina when Rivera was there, so it makes sense. That makes sense. But yeah, he is going to know what it's like to get swept. That's for sure. That guy, Jose, thank you for the super chat, my man. Brilly, brother, says, go Giants. Can't wait to sweep the Eagles this year. Oh, you and me both, Jose. I want to kick their ass so bad. I want to kick their ass so bad. King of Highlights hates dark. Yes. Ifedi Obenigbo got signed. He's the defensive end for the Minnesota Vikings, $2.5 million. He had 10.5 sacks, 28 tackles for loss in the last 2 seasons. Again, he's an under-the-radar guy. He's not Shaq Barrett. He's not Bud Dupree. But you know what? If he had that kind of production in Minnesota, there's no reason to think under Patrick Graham's scheme that he can't have the same type of production with the Giants. I don't think it was a bad signing at all, to be honest with you. Jeffrey, my man, thank you so much for the super chat, brother. I really appreciate it. Really, Jeffrey. I appreciate it. He says, keep being you. Thanks for John Ross, by the way. So if you guys don't know, and I'm sure you do, you have seen my videos. I am not high on John Ross. As a matter of fact, I have used John Ross to prove my point that the 40-yard dash in the combine is absolute garbage, and it means absolutely nothing. The fact that he ran the fastest official time in the history of the combine at 4.22 and has been nothing but a bust for Cincinnati. I have used him as the poster boy for why speed doesn't matter in the NFL. And he ends up coming to the Giants. 1 year, $2.5 million, low risk, high reward if he can stay healthy. And you add a Kenny Golladay, and you have a Darius Slayton, and you have a Sterling Shepard, and you have a Saquon Barkley. Like I said, maybe John Ross, maybe they can line him up in the backfield. Maybe they can run him on some end arounds. Maybe they can do some reverses. Maybe they can run some rub routes to get him open and let him get out in the open field and use his speed. We'll see. A lot of people don't like Jason Garrett's system, say it's not very creative. And Tavon Austin didn't do anything in Dallas. But I think that's what the Giants would have to do. I think the Giants would have to try to use, John Ross is a Tavon Austin type of guy where they try to just get him the ball in space and let him use his speed. But I appreciate it, Jeffrey. You're the man, brother. I appreciate it. Jeffrey, you're always on my videos and everything and always commenting, man. I know you're not a big Dale Jones fan, but I always appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. You keep being you too, Jeffrey. Keep being you. That's all you can be. Clocks, thank you for the super chat, my man. Brilly, brother. I really appreciate it. He says, dog hypothetical. If the Bengals passed on Panay and he fell to 11 along with all the receivers, who would you want to take at 11 in a perfect world? Clocks, that's really tough because, like I said, I am huge on Kyle Pitts. Like, I really like Kyle Pitts. But if you do sign Kenny Golladay, that allows you to go Penei Sewell if that's what you decide to do. or Slater or any position for that matter, Clocks. And that is why I've been so high on Kenny Golladay. Not only is he a number one receiver, not only did he lead the league in receiving touchdowns a couple years ago and have back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons with Detroit when he was healthy, gives Daniel Jones a big target in the red zone. It opens up everything at that number 11 position where you're not just focused on a wide receiver. That is why I've been so keen on getting Kenny Golladay this offseason, was because I felt like it gave the Giants a ton of flexibility with their first pick in the draft. So it's really tough, Clocks. I would certainly not have a problem if they went offensive line there, even if all those receivers are there, if they did take Kenny Golladay. And honestly, even if they didn't get Golladay and they went Sewell instead of a receiver, I still wouldn't be upset because the game is still won in the trenches. And Daniel Jones still needs to stay upright. And I feel like the biggest problem that Daniel Jones has is his lack of confidence. And I feel like with a better offensive line, he would have more confidence. I also feel like with a pure number one, he'd have more confidence too. But you certainly can't go wrong any way you slice it there, Clock. So that's what my answer would be to that. I certainly wouldn't have a problem with any of them. Bad Dog got that shave. You looking like Kyle Pitts. I do look like Kyle Pitts, Bavith. Almost as big, too. 6'6", 246. I'm 6 foot 183. We're real close in size. Really close in size. It's not bad at all. Adam Troy, thank you so much for the super chat, man. I really appreciate it, brother. Brilly, my good man. Let me have a sip of this beer for you. St. Patty's Day, man. He says, apparently he's visiting tomorrow. Let's hope all goes well. Also, it's your opinion on the former Vikings edge we just signed. Yeah, Adam, I don't know if you heard me, but yeah, Afidi Obenigbo, probably saying his name wrong, 10.5 sacks, 28 tackles for loss the last 2 years of the Vikings. He started off with Arizona in 2018, played one game, so we'll throw that season away. But obviously, he had a lot of production in Minnesota with the 28 tackles for loss. Obviously, he's a good run stopper. And we saw what Patrick Graham was able to do with this defense and what he made Leonard Williams. Yeah, that's pretty good production for a guy that got $2.5 million. I like the signing, to be completely honest with you, and I think it gives the Giants more depth and flexibility on the defensive line, and he doesn't cost a lot of money, and I think that he could flourish in the scheme. And so I like that, Adam. I like the move, to be honest with you. This is what I'm going to say about Dave Gettleman in this right now, right? So the Giants have made, outside of Leonard Williams, which we had to do, and you could say that was a splash signing. You could say it's a splash signing. A lot of the moves we made have been underwhelming, right? A lot of people didn't like Devontae Booker, said we overpaid Devontae Booker. Maybe we did. Like when I hear that Wayne Gallman might get a 1-year deal, I'm like, you got to be kidding me. If Wayne Gallman, I'll tell you this, if Wayne Gallman signs for less than Devontae Booker, I'm going to be pissed. I can't imagine he will. I can't imagine the Giants didn't even offer. I can't imagine they didn't offer Wayne Gallman a contract. Wayne Gallman, there's talks about him going to Atlanta. There's talks about him going to Pittsburgh. I do think Wayne Gallman will find a place where he can compete for a starting job. And I do think Wayne Gallman's going to get more than Devontae Booker. I can see Wayne Gallman getting 3 years, $15 million, maybe 2 years, $13 million, something like that. But I will be pissed. I will be mad if Wayne Gallman signs a 1-year deal. I'll be mad. I will be mad. I'll be legitimately mad that we didn't keep him because I really like Wayne Gallman. But I hope Gallman does get his money, and I hope that Gallman succeeds. But as I was saying with Dave Gettleman, so we've had a lot of kind of under the radar, underwhelming signings. If he gets Kenny Golladay, which I don't think the Giants can let him leave the facility without a contract. I only let him leave my garage today because he agreed to go talk to the Giants. That's why he was in my garage. I was holding him captive. I said, Kenny, you're not getting out of here till you go at least meet with Gettleman and company. And he said, okay. Yeah, I gave him a few beers. I mean, I fed him. I let him out on a leash to do his business. But yeah, I think they'll sign him. If they don't sign him, people are going to kill Dave Gettleman. If they do sign him, they're going to say the Giants had a great offseason. Really, all hinges on Kenny Golladay because we all know going into the offseason, that was the one thing we really needed was a number one for Daniel Jones. So, I'm excited, man. I hope it works out. Michael Sachs, thank you for the super chat, brother. Brilly. Is Kenny still in the garage? Hope you fed him. There you go, Michael. I didn't even read your comment, buddy. I swear to God, I didn't even read it. And I just answered it. Yeah, we fed him. You heard me. I just said I let him out of the garage so that he could do it. Brett Quokka, thank you for the super chat. Brilly, my man. He says, who do we pick at 11 if we get Golladay? And again, I don't know if you just heard what I was saying to Clocks, Brett, but I do believe that Golladay allows so much flexibility with the Giants at the 11th pick. They could go Pat Surtain if he's there. They could go corner. They could double up on receiver if they chose to do so. I don't think they will, though, with the signing of John Ross. If they get Golladay, they're going to have Ross. They'll have Shep. They'll have, Golladay. They'd have Sterling Shepard. They still have Dante Pettis on the squad. So I don't think that they would go wide receiver, but you could go wide receiver again. You could go Kyle Pitts. You could go Pat Surtain. You could go Micah Parsons. You could go Slater. You could go offensive line. Yeah, you could go linebacker, corner, wide receiver, tight end. You could take anybody at any position at number 11 if you lock up Golladay, which is one of the biggest reasons I want a Golladay on the Giants. And hopefully that happens. Big Blue Elo, my thoughts on Micah Parsons. Micah Parsons is a beast. Micah Parsons is a beast. And again, getting Golladay allows us to focus on that section, that part of the field. If we get a guy like Micah Parsons to go with the defense could be legitimately a top 7 defense, maybe even a top 5. I don't want to get carried away, but you think about how tough our schedule was last year and how bad the offense was. We have a much easier schedule this year. I believe it's the 4th easiest schedule in the league, if I'm not mistaken. Now, that can be skewed because we play the teams in the NFC East and we all stink, but that's part of it. So we have a very easy schedule. If we do get Kenny Golladay and Saquon Barkley stays healthy, the offense is going to be better. It can't be worse. You get a better offense, that immediately makes your defense better. You got Leonard Williams back. So if you add Micah Parsons to the defense, I definitely think the Giants' defense could be one of the best in the league, without a doubt. Without a doubt, especially his second year under Patrick Graham. And a healthy Xavier McKinney. Let's not forget how well Xavier McKinney played when he got back. McKinney made a big-time impact. So you have, Logan Ryan out there with Jabril Peppers and Xavier McKinney, and you hope that Lorenzo Carter comes back healthy. I mean, the Giants' defense could be really, really, really good. Jets fans are telling me the Giants will go 2-14 next year, and we have one of the toughest schedules. Well, Alex, I don't know what to tell you. The Jets fans that are telling you that, not the smartest people in the world. Parsons will make our defense elite. I agree, industry plug. I agree. I think that they'd be huge, but we need to get Kenny Golladay. Because if we don't get Kenny Golladay, the Giants can't go defense in that first pick. They really can't. They really, really, really need to get Daniel Jones a guy. They need to get him a guy outside of John Ross. John Ross was not brought in here to be a number 1 receiver. John Ross was brought in here to take over the spot of Golden Tate. I know what Sam Beal is going to be. I'm not sure. Spencer, what's going on, buddy? Joseph Andino. By the way, guys, hit the like button if you haven't done so. You know how this works, guys. Smack that like button. If you happen to be new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. I appreciate you all being here tonight. Let's go. Parsons is a linebacker. Squumser. I think that's how you say that. Smith is going to be a bust. He'll be a solid wide receiver number 2 his entire career. You talking about Devontae Smith? I don't know. That's the tough thing about wide receivers. Coming out of the draft, there's a lot of hype. There's a lot of talk. There's a lot of stuff. And you never know what they're going to be. Like I said, Golladay is a proven commodity when he's healthy. The guys that tell me, can't sign him, he's injury prone, I said, then you guys will never want the Giants to re-sign Saquon Barkley. Saquon Barkley's missed more games in 3 years, and Galladay's missed in 4. So if you don't want Golladay because of injuries, then you don't want Saquon Barkley back here. That's really what it is. Gotta hope he stays healthy. John Ross has had an injury history too. We gotta hope they stay healthy. Jeffrey, man, he says, give them Ray all the weapons and let's see. Jeffrey, I hope by the end of the year, Daniel Jones has made me look foolish because we all know that I'm really not very high on him. Hope he makes me look like a fool, and I hope by the end of the year that you're using his name and not his number. We will know that Daniel Jones had a great year if Jeffrey Abbey is using his name instead of the number at the end of the year. We know Daniel Jones balled out. Shay, thank you for the super chat, man. Really appreciate it, brother. Brilly says potential second-round targets with Kenny Golladay. Also, Musa. I'm drawing a blank at a lot of the second-round targets. I will now, the free agency is here, Shay. Now I'm really going to start looking deeper into the draft. There is that one wide. What the hell's that guy's name? I can tell you this: if they don't, one of the guys that I really like in the second round, that I really like, and again, this would be great. Now I want Kyle Pitts. I want Kyle Pitts in the worst way. I think Kyle Pitts would be great. There's a good chance Kyle Pitts don't get to 11. Perfect scenario for me, right? We get Kenny Golladay. The Giants can go wide receiver if they choose to there. But I like this scenario. Kenny Golladay, Micah Parsons, and then second round you get Pat Freiermuth out of Penn State. You get your big-ass baby Gronk from Penn State in the second round. That is definitely a guy, Shay, that if they don't go Kyle Pitts in the first round, that they could definitely look at because we know that Jason Garrett loves to run two tight end sets and likes to get the tight end involved. This also, to me, Shay, allows the Giants to trade Evan Ingram, although Joe Judge said we're very high. And listen, no coach is going to downplay his players. If they want to trade them, they're going to pump them up, tell you how good they are. If the Giants did go Kyle Pitts or Pat Freiermuth, this allows them to trade Evan Ingram and therefore gives the Giants another $6 million in cap space because Evan Ingram does not bring a dead cap. So they clear $6 million more dollars. Pat Freiermuth is a guy that I really like in the second round. I really want the Giants to get a tight end in this draft. I don't like Evan Ingram. I don't think Evan Ingram is coming back here after 2021. Get your future tight end. Pitts or Freiermuth. But Freiermuth is a guy I really like in the second round for sure. Manuel, thank you so much for the super chat, man. I really appreciate it, brother. Brilly, my good man. He says, with X and Carter back, do we still go after edge? Well, they kind of did that today with Afidi from Minnesota. I can't see that. I honestly, Emmanuel, I can't see the Giants going Greg Rousseau at this point or Kwity Paye. I don't see it happening. You never know. Dave Gettleman does love his hog mollies, and Dave Gettleman does like to get guys in the trenches. But I think that there's more. Like I just feel like Micah Parsons or Pat Surtain. I feel like linebacker or cornerback too. At this point, would be more important than a pure edge rusher. But you never know. If they went edge rusher at 11, it's not going to break my heart. As I said, the Giants really aren't going to make me mad with anything they do at 11. There's players I prefer, but we have so many holes. You know, I kind of understand that they have to go pretty much anywhere. But I think a lot of what they do at 11 definitely hinges on the meeting with Kenny Golladay. And like I said, hopefully that goes well, you know. Ash Money Records, thank you so much for the super chat, my man. Brilly. And again, it's St. Patrick's Day, so brilly to everybody out there, man. Hope you have your beer. Where are your beers at? That's right, Jeffrey. If he succeeds, we succeed. So I hope so too, buddy. There's no doubt about that. He says, I started this sports channel a while ago, and Bad Dog, you kept me motivated and dropping vids because I work as well, and sometimes I'm drained. Well, Ash Money, I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that I can inspire or motivate anybody to do what they do on here. Like, that's very humbling to me that anybody would say, Bad Dog, I started my channel because of you, or I started working out because of you, or you do anything because of me, or I motivate you to do anything. That means the world to me. And yeah, Ash Money, it's tough. I mean, if you work a full-time job like I do and you try to grow your channel, it's hard. It is. It's a hard thing to do, especially when you have, you know, a 3-year-old like I do. And, you know, you have a 3-year-old, and I mean, that's just my day. Like a lot of guys, and I'm always humbled that people want me to come on their channel. They want me to work with them. And I just tell them, like, listen, man, it's really hard. It's really hard for me sometimes to find time because, again, I work a full-time job. I come home, I make dinner, I go to the gym. Like, I want to stay in shape. I'm a lot older than my son. And so I want to stay in shape for as long as I can. And, you know, I eat and then I hang out with them and then I build my channel at night. This is just kind of how I have to do it. I equate YouTube to like a restaurant. You know, when you, or any business for that matter, when you open a business, when you're trying to get a customer base or whatever, on YouTube, it will be subscribers, and you're trying to build your channel and reach a bigger audience, you know, you're constantly working. Like, that's what you want, because you want people to keep coming back into your company, into your restaurant, whatever, and you You want people to come in and you want people to go out and you want people to tell other people, hey, you got to check this guy out. Hey, you got to check this out. Hey, you got to check this out. So you put in a ton of work. And I mean, a lot of it is endless nights trying to build. And YouTube is, it's good because there's billions of viewers, but it's hard. YouTube is hard work. Like, it's not just, hey, turn on a camera and you're going to be successful. You really got to work at it. You really do. I mean, it is hard work. You can ask any content creator that has a channel that is trying to build their channel and gets a good following. It doesn't come easy. It is a lot of work. It's a lot of time. And my time is always this time of night. But because of you guys and girls, I do it. I mean, like I said, I can't believe that I'm at 53,000 subscribers, and I owe that all to you guys and girls. I mean, that's and I say this all the time, the 24-hour stream, the things I do, the 24-hour streams, the ability to do charity streams, I would never be able to do that without you guys and girls. Never. I would never have the energy to do what I do on here without you guys and girls. You guys and girls keep me motivated. So I really appreciate it. I do. And I can never say enough how grateful I am for all your support, man. Words don't ever express it. I love you guys. I really do. So, hey, I raise a glass to each and every one of you out there, man. I really appreciate what you guys do for me. I really do. So, thank you. John Kim, thank you for the super chat. Really signed Kenny Golladay, first Parsons, second Creed, third Jabril Cox. If you guys know me and have watched my videos or heard me talk about Creed Humphrey, the center from the Oklahoma Sooners, huge Creed Humphrey fan. I have been touting Creed Humphrey since his freshman year at Oklahoma. I would love to get Creed Humphrey in here. Creed Humphrey would allow you to move Nick Gates to right guard. And this kind of fills Kevin Zeitler's spot, just in case I don't know what they're going to do. I don't know if they're going to move Will Hernandez over to right guard. I don't know if they're going to try Shane Lemieux at right guard. I really don't know what they're going to do. But if you get a Creed Humphrey, and I love Creed, he's a beast. And if you saw his pro day, and again, take pro day with a grain of salt, guys. Take it with a grain of salt. It's not the combine. People raved about Creed Humphrey's pro day. Creed Humphrey, I'm hoping that he gets past the second round. I don't think he will. But somebody asked me earlier, who's a second round target? That is another one. And that's great. It's a great point. Creed Humphrey in the second round, I would love that. And that's a hog molly, man. Creed Humphrey's one of them strong-ass country boys. You don't mess with Creed. Creed is a beast. Creed is a savage. Creed is nasty. Trust me when I tell you, he was one of the best centers in the country as a freshman. I love Creed Humphrey. Love him. Taco Nacho, thank you for the super chat, my man. Brilly, man. I really appreciate it, brother. He says, now, Bad Dog, you think we get Golladay? I think there's a really good chance, Taco Nacho. I really do. Galladay's interested in us. We're interested in him. The Giants are interested in him last year. The Giants inquired about him last year, and he's with the Lions. Dave Gettleman knows he needs to come out of here with a wide receiver. He knows that Daniel Jones' future is his future. I don't think the Giants can let Kenny Golladay get out of the facilities in MetLife Stadium or wherever they meet without inking him to a contract. Again, I don't think that they're going to give him 4 years, $75 million. But maybe they offer him 3 years, $50 million. Cincinnati only offered him a 1-year deal. It was a 1-year prove-it deal. So maybe the Giants could say, hey, we'll give you 3 years for $48 million. I think that's what Sammy Watkins signed with after he left the Bills. I forgot where he went. I forgot if he went to the Rams first. But maybe that's something that maybe it's just the 3-year, $48 million deal. But Taco Nacho, I really do. I feel like the Giants have a good chance, a really good chance to get Kenny Golladay. Really good chance. Ash Money, thank you for the super chat, brother. Appreciate you, my man. Brilly says, I also got college and work at Target as well. Let me say something. Target is going to work that $15 per hour out of you. You get it, Ash Money, and you're in college, so you're a young guy. And I'm going to tell you something right now. You're going to succeed, brother. You know why? You got that work ethic. You got a work ethic. If you have a great work ethic like that, you're going to succeed no matter what you do. And you know what's funny? You'll never – that's why you go to work every day. That's why I can't just call in to call in. I don't have it in me. I am that guy that wants to – I don't want to work. I don't want to work. And at the same time, I do. I drive myself crazy if I didn't work. That's why I go to the gym. And that's why I work so hard at the gym. I think I enjoy a challenge, but You get it. That's a good work ethic. You learn that soon. You're going to be successful because there is no substitute for hard work in this world. There isn't. My father always told me that. Things aren't handed to you. Nobody owes you a living. Nobody owes you anything. Anything you want, you got to make your own way. If people want to help you out, always accept the help, but don't ever expect the help. Don't ever expect things to just kind of fall in your lap. That does happen for some people, but it doesn't happen for most people. But I wish you nothing but the best, Dash Money. Nothing but the best, sir. Allison, thank you for the super chat. Brilly, my lady. She says, hey, Kevin, Curtis here with the Washington football team opinion. I like it for them, Allison. It gives them a solid number 2 to go with Terry McLaurin. Lord knows that they need receivers there. They don't have any big threats. I think it's a good signing for Washington. He played with Ron Rivera in Carolina. So I think it's a good move for them. And luckily, they don't have a quarterback to throw it to him. So I do. I think it's a good move for Washington. And you know what's funny? I think personally that the fact that Washington did sign Samuel will ensure that the Giants do sign Kenny Golladay. I think now there's even more pressure to get Kenny Golladay here because they just saw their division rival, the team that won this division last year, go out there and get a legitimate wide receiver, which is something that they need desperately. So I think that in itself will motivate the Giants even more so to go out there and find something, get a deal done with Kenny Golladay. So that might actually work out well for both teams. Hot Nicks, thank you for the super chat, man. I really appreciate it, brother. Brilly, my man. He says, we appreciate you, bro. And E2. I blast y'all to each other's channels all the time. Keep it moving. Appreciate it, Hot Nicks. You're the man, brother. The Hot Nicks, the Iron Lung, the Method Man. I appreciate it. I do, man. Like I said, I say it all the time, man. I appreciate the hell out of you guys and girls. I can never say that enough. I'm lucky. I'm grateful. Yeah, I work hard, but still, man, you know, you guys and girls can be anywhere else right now, and you choose to hang out with me, you know, so I appreciate that. I really do. I really do, because there's a ton of content creators on here, and you guys hang out with me, and you guys support me, and you're patient with me, and you might not always agree with me, but you're always here. So I really, really appreciate it, man. I really do. The Day Man, thank you for the super chat, my brother. Brilly, my man. I'll tell you what, if I go, well, I only have 2 beers down here. I was going to say, if I got 4 Irish stouts, I'm like, if I drank all 4 of these, I would be calling tomorrow. Oh, let's not do that. Dayman, again, thank you for the super chat, my man. I really appreciate it. He says, I'm so nervous, brother, hoping for a Kenny G signing tomorrow. I think we're all nervous, Dayman. I think we're all on pins and needles. But, and again, I don't want to get overconfident because I don't want to be let down. But I got a good feeling. I really do. And again, I think the fact that Washington signed Samuel really going to motivate the Giants to get something done with Kenny Golladay, and the fact that Cincinnati only offered him a 1-year deal. I think that's big. I really do. I think that's going to be a motivational factor to, hey, we got to get this done, or the fans are going to kill us. Mike Gorga, thank you for the super chat, my man. Really, brother. I really appreciate it. He says, Pitts or Micah for me too. Love Micah, but Galladay's slating outside with Pitts at tight end and Saquon. Oh, I know, Mike. Isn't that – can you imagine that, man? Like I said, I would mess myself if that was the case. Like, we signed Kenny Golladay and draft Kyle Pitts. Yeah, I'm gonna mess myself. I would go insane on draft night. Which, by the way, draft night's going to be fun. Because Tana and I are going to be working together all weekend again. That I can tell you this. That is a day I'm taking off. April 30th, I'm taking that off. I'm taking that Friday. Because the draft is Thursday night. Last year I got a buzz. I plan on doing that again. I'm taking the 30th off. Now, last year I was working from home, so it was a different story. I am taking April 30th off. Because we're working that weekend. We're doing the draft. So taking the day off. I'm going to take a personal day. It ain't going to kill anybody. I got 200 days at work. It ain't going to kill anybody. But yeah, I would love that, Mike. I think that'd be amazing. Kevin, thank you for the super chat, brother. Really, my man. He says, I hate to see Dalvin Tomlinson and Kevin Zeitler walk, but it'll be worth it if we sign Kenny Golladay. Slinked. I don't know what that last word means. But yeah, you know what? Again, Kevin, those guys are just casualty of the cap dropping back to $182 million. We knew Zeitler was going to get cut. It was too big of a savings, and we have other holes to fill. And Dave Gettleman did really make a concerted effort with the drafting of all the offensive linemen last year to build this offensive line. Zeitler, obviously an older player, and maybe they did try to restructure Zeitler and he wouldn't go for it. Zeitler obviously got picked up immediately, got 3 years, $22 million from the Ravens, something that we definitely could not afford to give him. Nate Solder, on the other hand, was willing to take the pay cut, was willing to stay on for $4 million a year. So, at least we still have the veteran. He's going to be our swing tackle. He's going to be there for depth. At least we do have that veteran presence, that leader in the locker room for these young guys. He took a pay cut. It saves us $6 million. Zeitler saved us $10 million. Signing Leonard Williams saved us $8 million. And I think we also knew Kevin and it sucks that Dalvin Thompson left. I think we all liked Dalvin a lot. And he was a really good player for us. We've lost a lot of good defensive tackles. I said before, man, Jonathan Hankins and Linval Joseph come to mind immediately. But I think we knew once that Leonard Williams was signed or tagged that was the end of Dalvin. We couldn't afford to keep them both. Maybe in a normal year, when the cap would have went up to $210 million or wherever it was going to go, $215, because it usually goes up, 5-10%. I know we could have kept them both, but one of them definitely would have still been here. Lou Mateo, thank you for the super chat. Really, my man. He says, your thoughts on that player we signed from the Vikings? I forgot his name. Defensive end. Ifebi Obenigbo. I like him, Lou. I mentioned him earlier in the stream. I like him. He's going to be 27 next month. He had 10.5 sacks, 28 tackles for loss, a couple of forced fumbles. And I think he had 30 quarterback hits. He had a lot of quarterback hits. And that was 2 years of the Vikings. He had all those statistics. So he's been in the league 3 years. He was drafted by Arizona in 2018. He played 1 game, so he didn't really do anything there. But he did really well in Minnesota. And like I said earlier, Lou, him coming here with Patrick Graham, what Patrick Graham's been able to get out of our guys, I think that's a really good under-the-radar signing. Now, we'll see. If he can have that kind of production in Minnesota, he should be able to duplicate that here with guys like Leonard Williams and Dexter Lawrence and B.J. Hill on the line. I think that he could do really well. So I like it. I do like that. I do like that signing for sure. I think it's a good move. I think it's a very good value. Again, low risk, high reward. All these guys we're doing right now are low risk, high reward, low risk, high reward. Kenny Golladay is going to be the high risk, high reward. That's what we're waiting for, man. There you go, Simon. Hey, Simon Z's ready for 420. 420 crew, you know what to do. Smoke him because you got him, because Simon's ready to get blasted off on draft night. There you go, Simon. Donald, thank you for the super chat. Really. He says, I strongly believe we will sweep the Eagles this year. I think every Giants fan out there wants to sweep the living hell out of the Eagles. We want to smack the bejesus out of them, break their wings off, and beat them over the head with it. I want to. I want to kill the Eagles, man. I want to kill them. The draft coverage will be awesome, Jeffrey. Yeah, we had fun last year. We're having a blast this year. Our Giants fan just mentioning the draft gets me excited. Yeah, about 5 weeks away. And it's going to come fast for me because when I'm on vacation, I leave on the 1st. I don't come back till the 19th. Pretty much I'm out all of April. The 29th will be here before you know it. It'll be real fast. Sam Newman, thank you for the super chat, my man. Really. If we signed Golladay, what will Steve Smith say? Yeah. Well, you know what? We all know that what Steve Smith said, you take with a grain of salt. Dave Gettleman told him to get the hell out. We don't need you. Steve Smith, sour grapes. Steve Smith is always a punk. Anyway, I'm not saying that everything he said about Gettleman wasn't true. There probably is some truth to it. But again, he was, whatever you want to say, it was not a very happy breakup between the Panthers or Dave Gettleman and Steve Smith. Of course, the Panthers went to a Super Bowl without him, and Josh Norman never duplicated the production that he had with Washington that he had in Carolina. So Dave Gettleman did just get rid of these guys because they were headaches in the locker room, or they made a stink in the locker room, as he said. He felt like their production was going to go down. He wasn't going to pay him. He actually, remember, he tagged Josh Norman, and Josh Norman held them hostage and asked for an exorbitant amount of money. And Dave Gettleman said, nope, we're sending the tag. He went to Washington. He signed for a boatload of money. He didn't do anything over there. So, yeah, there may be some truth to what Steve Smith said, but like I said, take it with a grain of salt. And yes, Sam, if they sign Golladay, I guess Steve Smith will have to eat his words, whatever he was doing. What was he doing? He was like, with his finger, I don't know, sniffing his finger. I don't know what that whole thing is. Weird. That whole segment with him was weird. Michael Irvin, on the other hand, Michael Irvin said from day one the Giants need to go after Kenny Golladay. So, Dylan Alex, thank you for the super chat. My man, Brilly says, Jets fan here. Golladay will cook with Darius Slayton, in my opinion. He'll cook. He'll cook Darius Slay. Oh, I read that wrong. Jets fan here. Golladay will cook Darius Slay. Oh, that'll be awesome, man. Darius Slay sucks. Eagles gave that guy $50 million. But hey, Howie Roseman's a cap of the Wiz. The Eagles have so much dead cap on their roster. It is unbelievable. And now some novice came out with a rumor on wherever it was, on some blog or Twitter, whatever it was. Oh, the Eagles are interested in Deshaun Watson. You tell me how they could ever get Deshaun Watson. They'd have to give up three first-round draft picks. What else are they going to give up? They have no cap space. How the hell are they going to – how can they afford Deshaun Watson, who's getting $40 million a year? To begin with, they barely got under the cap. And they've only have like 63 guys signed to their roster. Give me a break. Eagles fans are – 420 for them all the time. Kalen, thank you for the super chat. Brilly, my man. He says, what about Parsons? Oh, I like Parsons. I said that, Kalen. If the Giants went Micah Parsons, like I said, I would love it this scenario, Kalen. Sign Kenny Golladay, draft Micah Parsons, draft Pat Freiermuth in the second round. I would love that. I would love them to do that. Or it'd be nice if they went Kyle Pitts in the first round, Creed Humphrey in the second. There's a lot of things the Giants could do. But again, I think it all hinges on Kenny Golladay. Kenny Golladay allows the Giants flexibility at 11 to go any position and not have to focus on wide receiver. I think that in itself is huge. I get drunk draft night. I'll get a buzz. I'm not going to get drunk, but I'll catch a buzz. I'll get the four pints of Heineken. We'll drink the 4 pints of Heineken again. That was a lot of fun. That's a lot of fun. That was a lot of fun. It's all, again, it doesn't seem like a lot of work. It's a lot of work. That's Chris and I are. That's like 20 hours of coverage. But we love it, man. It was a lot of fun. It'll be a lot of fun this year too. Ash Money, thank you for the super chat again. I really appreciate it, my man. Brilly. I don't get why Eagles fans don't want to go corner, because Eagle fans do not have high football IQs. What does Scott Pizzle say? They're booger eaters. They're not 60-minute men. They're booger eaters. Okay. They're talking about, I want Jalen Waddle or Devontae Smith. I want Jamar Chase. I want Kyle Pitts. We got to get Kyle Pitts. They have no idea that if you're going to – Jalen Hurts is going to be your guy, which he's not an NFL quarterback. I don't know why all these Eagle fans are like, oh, you're just hating bad dog. Listen, I am an Oklahoma Sooner fan, right? I watched him play at Oklahoma every game. I didn't just watch film on Jalen Hurts or watch highlights on Jalen Hurts. I watched Jalen Hurts play every game. Every game. Before the draft. And you could go back to any stream I did or any video. I said that Jalen Hurts is like a 4th-round talent, not a good NFL quarterback, will not be a good NFL quarterback. It had nothing to do with him being on the Eagles. I did not like his talent going into the NFL, no matter who drafted him. Didn't like it. It has nothing to do with him being an Eagle. But all the Eagle fans now all of a sudden are like, oh, yeah, he's the guy. Although they all lost their minds draft night when they drafted him. But now all of a sudden he's the guy. They got on my case about that with Daniel Jones, and now they're doing it. You want to talk hypocrite much? If Jalen Hurts is the guy, which he's not, they should go offensive line. They'd be stupid. Their offensive line is trash. I don't care what you have there at wide receiver or tight end. It ain't going to matter. They also think they're just going to move away from Zach Ertz. No problem. We'll get a first rounder for Zach Ertz, get a second rounder. You're not going to get anything for Zach Ertz, and you're still going to take $8 million in a dead cap hit for trading Zach Ertz. So it doesn't really matter what they do, but Eagle fans don't understand the cap. They don't understand how to build a franchise. They think Howie Roseman's a genius, and all he continues to do is restructure contracts, which just delays the inevitable, which is why they were already in a poor cap situation before the cap went backwards this year, which is why I made the video in 2019 that 2019 was boom or bust for that team because they were going to fall off because of their cap situation, the fact that they have a bunch of older players with backloaded contracts and no talent. I'm a Giants fan. I watched that happen to this franchise for years at the end of Jerry Reese's reign here. So I know exactly where the Eagles are headed. It is exactly where we are headed out of. So that's why. That's why I made the video. That's why I told Jalen Hurts ain't the guy. They should draft Trey Lance. They should draft quarterback. That's what the Eagles should do. You just traded away Carson Wentz. That tells me you're in rebuild mode. Rebuild with the quarterback. Get Trey Lance. That's what you should do. Try to trade Jalen Hurts for a pick and get alignment with the pick. That's really what they should do. Philly 500 is a booger eater. I like Philly 500. I like Philly 500, Brett, but Philly's got some good stuff, man. Philly's funny. But Philly's hilarious, but he's everybody that the Eagles get. I told you they're supposed to get everybody all the time. Every year they're going to get Julio Jones. They're going to get Jadeveon Clowney. They're going to get Yannick Ngakoue. They were going to get all these guys. Remember all these rumors? Oh, they're interested in the Eagles. He tweeted out on the Eagles. He did it. They didn't get any of those guys. The Eagles suck. I want to beat their ass so bad this year. More than I ever have before. Yeah, Steven, he says, whoa. Giving good advice to the Eagles. What kind of Giant fan are you? Yeah. That's true. They're not going to listen to me, though, Steven. So, I don't know if you say that Steven or Stefan. I mean, you could say that either way. My cousin's name is Steven. He spells it that way. But I don't know if that could be Stefan or Steven. So, if I said it wrong, I'm sorry if it's Stefan. Here's great analysis. Giants suck. Who is that guy on your thing? Is that a Bengals guy? Who is that? What's that thumbnail? That's good analysis. Giants suck. They haven't been good. They haven't been good. So what's going on, Fabian? How you doing, buddy? Thank you for joining the stream, man. Appreciate that. Yeah, and my man Afghanistan said, I don't see how you can follow football as much as some of these Pigeon fans do yet. No diddly squat about the salary cap. They really don't. They really don't know. I certainly don't know everything about the salary cap. I don't know about front-loaded and back-loaded contracts. I don't know about restructuring. I don't know all this stuff. But I do know that you cannot continue to restructure contracts and push them back. Like I said, I watched what the Giants did here for years, and that's how we ended up in the situation. All you do is just delay the inevitable. You're robbing Peter to pay Paul. You are not getting ahead of anything by pushing these contracts back. And I was going to actually post the picture on Twitter because I took a little a little clip shot of their dead cat. And I'm like, my God, this is terrible. And they're just under the cap, supposedly. Because if you go to Spot Track or you go to Over the Cap, there's still $14 million over it. So, where's the girl, Cameron? Ivana Alawi is only here with me for Lakers stuff. She's my Lakers co-host. Someone says Chase Claypool sucks. That's not true. I'm glad we got Times on in here. He loves him, man. He loves him. Philly has a new system. Their system is new, which is good because it's not old. I don't know what that means. It doesn't mean much of anything if you don't have talent. Ricardo Rodriguez, man, thank you for the super chat. I really appreciate that, brother. Brilly, my good man. I really appreciate it too, man. Thank you so much. What's going on? Money Monkey, man. What's going on, buddy? Triple M in the house. Chill Daddy, what's going on, buddy? Dominic Pope, my man, says smash that like button. Yeah, Joey Allen says like button has been smashed. Yeah, smash that like button, guys. Hit that subscribe if you're new. Just ring that bell. Again, free agency today. I haven't heard any updates. I do have NFL Network on right now. I don't think we're going to hear anything now, but obviously the headline of the day for the New York Giants and their fans is that they are going to meet with Kenny Golladay tomorrow. And Kenny Golladay, hopefully tomorrow we're making a video that Kenny Golladay is a New York Giant. That'd be great. How do I feel about Waddle? I like Waddle. I like Devontae Smith. I like Jamar Chase. I like all those guys. I actually think Waddle is better than Devontae Smith. But obviously he's coming off the ankle injury. He should be okay though. But I do like Waddle a lot. I do like Jalen Waddle a lot. But again, you don't know what these receivers are going to be at a college. Chris and I have talked about a number of first-round draft pick busts. Look at 2016; like none of them were good in the first round. A lot of times you find your receivers late in the draft. Kenny Golladay was a third-round pick, so you never know. Barry says, if we get Golladay, I'm not opposed to trading back with a team like Jacksonville, getting 25 and 33 and building the O-line and linebacker core with quality young players that come from my picks. Barry, that's a great idea in principle. I don't think there's any doubt about that. I think that if the Giants could trade back and get more draft capital, it would be great because, as we know, the Giants only have 6 draft picks. They have a first, second, third, fourth, and 2 sixths. Easy for me to say. So obviously that would be great. But the problem is you don't always get a trade partner, and that's what's difficult. I don't know if Dave Gettleman would want to trade back, but if the Giants have a guy that they really like at 11, they probably wouldn't do that. But again, you got to be able to find a partner that would trade back with you. So that's the difficult thing. But we'll see. I think Jalen Waddle will be the next Tyreek Hill. Imagine having Golladay. Oh, I mean, burst FN or B-burst FN. Yeah, I mean, it's possible. Listen, I wouldn't be upset either way. I mean, you have Waddle. If you have that receiving core of Waddle, Ross, Golladay, Shep, Slayton, that'd be pretty damn good. It'd be pretty damn good. Like I said, getting Golladay allows the Giants to – it allows them to have so much flexibility at number 11. They can do whatever they want at number 11. But I certainly would not be opposed to signing Golladay and getting another wide receiver. I really wouldn't. I definitely wouldn't. It certainly helps to have an offense in this league. To me, defense still wins championships. Winning in the trenches still happens. But, God, it'd be nice to have some playmakers in the receiving game that Daniel Jones could count on. Because, again, if you get good weapons around Daniel Jones and he gets his confidence and Daniel Jones balls out, then you're really looking at something. And the Giants have got to know if Daniel Jones is their guy or not. Has to. John, thank you for the super chat, man. Thank you for the 20. I really, really appreciate it, brother. Brilliant, my man. Looks like it's time for me to get a refill. He says, agreed, bad dog. They might put Sudfeld in for Hurts. All my Eagles fan friends were laughing at me since it was ruining our playoff chances, and I think you're getting your entire franchise is about to fall apart now, right? LOL. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. All your Eagle fans were laughing at me since it was ruining our playoff chances, and I'm thinking you get your entire franchise, but yeah, their franchise is going to fall apart, John. I don't know why Eagle fans thought that was funny. That to me, well, it just tells you how classless some of them are. And again, you got Eagle fans out there right now talking about how they're going to win the division, and I just don't understand how any Eagle fan. Not even if you're not an Eagle fan, I don't think anybody outside of the Eagle fan base is going to sit here and tell you that Philadelphia is going to win the division. Exactly how are they going to win the division? They're 4-12 last year. They got rid of their quarterback and Carson Wentz, right? Let me say this: Jalen Hurts completed 52% of his passes in 4 games, and had almost a 3% interception rate, with teams not having film on him. He can run. He's not a passer. I don't know why Eagle fans thought that was funny, and I don't know why Eagle fans think that they're winning the division. You're going to have the same exact roster as he did last year without Carson Wentz. How do you get better? You think that drafting Kyle Pitts or Jamar Chase is going to win you 5 extra games? It's not. That franchise is going down, John. Golladay is 27, guys. I see Moho Solis. Golladay is 27. Galladay's 27 years old. He'll be 28 in November, I think. He'll be 28 in the middle of the year. Ash Money, thank you for the super chat, brother. Appreciate it, my man. Brilly says, I remember back in middle school, an Eagles fan laughed in my face when Cruz got hurt. That's when I wished the worst for the Eagles. Like I said, some people are just classless. I don't know what else to say, Ash Money, because it is classless. I certainly didn't laugh when Carson Wentz tore his ACL. I didn't find that funny. What I will find funny is Carson Wentz going to Indianapolis and reuniting with Frank Reich and bowling out. That'll be funny. Pitts-Ingram duo or Pitts-Smith duo? LF, let's freaking go Mets. It wouldn't be Ingram. I honestly believe if the Giants do draft Kyle Pitts, Evan Ingram's gone. I do. Because like I said, Joe Judge can talk about how much he likes Evan Ingram. They can all pump up Evan Ingram. They're not going to go, we have no confidence in Evan Ingram. We think he sucks. He costs us games. He can't catch, can't block, he can't do anything. He stinks. By the way, we want to trade him. Every team's going to go, nope, we don't want that guy. So Joe Judge is going to say, he's this, he's that. He's really good. We got a lot of confidence in him. He's a great locker room guy. Everybody loves him. He's a Pro Bowler. And then they're going to say, hey, look at this guy we have to get more draft capital, obviously. I think I did a video on Evan Ingram. Hey, trade him for a 4th-round pick. If you can get a 4th-round pick for Evan Ingram, I'm done. I'm taking it. I'm taking the 4th-round pick, and I'm taking the extra $6 million if we draft another tight end. It makes sense. Whether that's Pitts or if it's Freiermuth on the 2nd round, it would make sense for the Giants to move away. They signed Toilolo back. They have Cade Smith. You drafted a tight end. You don't need Evan Ingram. Save the $6 million. Get an extra draft pick. You're not going to get a 2nd-round pick. You're not going to get a 1st-round pick. I'm not an Eagle fan. I'm not saying we're going to get a top 15 pick for Evan Ingram like they thought they were going to get a top 15 pick for Zach Ertz, because that's what Eagle fans do. Zach Ertz, we can trade him to San Francisco for the number 10 pick or number 11 pick. Evan Ingram's worth a 4th-round pick. If the Giants draft the tight end, could save $6 million and get another draft pick, I'm in. What? Brilly, thinking of it a super chat, man, says, how do you feel about Adoree Jackson? Can I be completely honest with you? I have not looked into Adoree Jackson. I have not really been able to do a lot of like draft research. And last year I was able to do a ton of it at this time. What? Because, again, I was working from home. So it was easy for me to check the computer when I'm here. It was easy for me to do a lot of things while I was here because I was home, all day, all night. And I also work in a different department now, so I don't even have as much time at work to kind of surf the net. I also like to wait till free agency is over, or whatever's going on. So obviously the Giants, they get Golladay. I'm gonna start really looking into the draft now because I do want to do a couple of mock drafts, and I'll start looking at a lot more. I'll start getting a lot deeper into the draft than I have right now. But I'll I know there's always guys in the draft. And this is why you guys and girls are great, because you guys come up with names like Adoree Jackson and a bunch of other people that I don't know, and then I'll be like, let me give them a look. But I don't know much about it, man. But eventually I will. Rohan Alini says, Bad Dog, do you ever sleep? I do. Rarely. But I like hanging out with you guys and girls, man. I like talking football. I like being able to do this because with the Lakers season, I don't get to do a lot of these hangouts. So I like being able to do this and hang out with you guys and girls. And again, at this time last year, we had no sports. Remember? That was the other thing. I had no sports. So didn't have a lot of videos to make and, just kind of did live hangouts, 3-4 days a week. Like I said, that gave me more time to do other stuff. But, now everything's back. So it's difficult to find time. But yeah, I don't get a lot of sleep, Rohan. I don't. I get 4 or 5 hours sleep a night. Like I said, tonight was my night to sleep. Tonight was my night to sleep. I had the Lakers Monday and Tuesday. So I went to bed at 2 o'clock both nights. I got 3.5 hours sleep the last 2 nights. I was going to take the night off tonight, actually get some sleep. Going to go to bed at like 9:30, 10 o'clock, get some sleep. Lakers tomorrow, talk to Giants Friday, Lakers Saturday. And I said, there's no way I can't come on here. This is a night I can hang out with you guys and girls and talk about the draft. So they're not the draft, I'm the free agency. So let's do it. And then especially once I heard the Kenny Golladay news, I'm like, well, we have to do it now. We have to do it now. Who's Adoree Jackson? I don't know. I don't know. Dylan says, a Jet fan, I hate the Eagles so much that I'll personally call a jet to shred an Eagles nest. Then I'll call Quentin Williams to break Jalen Hurts. I'm a Bama fan too. There you go. Whoop their ass. You guys don't play them this year, but yeah. I don't know if the Jets have ever beaten the Eagles, but I'll tell you this. I want you guys to beat the hell out of the Eagles. Always. So yeah, let me go grab another beer, guys. I'm gonna go get my other beer. I'll be right back. Again, I really appreciate you guys and girls being here. You guys and girls are phenomenal, man. We got 537 in the chat. If you haven't done so, do me a favor, man. Smack the like button. Hit that subscribe if you happen to be new, because, like I said, I'll be pumping out as many videos as I can here. Obviously, the draft is coming up. We're going to have free agency news. There's going to be a lot more Giants content on the channel. That way I have stuff to talk about. I'll try to do more of these hangouts. And I definitely, over vacation, this is the other thing I want to do. Over vacation, I'm going to try to get another NFC East roundtable together. I know you guys like those. So I'm going to reach out to Philly 500. I know he does it a lot. I'm going to reach out to Philly 500 Mark Holmes. I really want to get HTTR on the channel. I haven't had him on the channel, so I want to get those guys. If I can do 2, that'd be great. I definitely would love to work. I like the combination of Louis T, Lord Brunson, and Law Nation. I really like that combo. So again, I'm going to reach out to those guys. I'm going to start reaching out to some content creators when I get on vacation at the beginning of April. I'm going to try to do some NFC East. I'm going to try to do another NFC East roundtable. EDP won't work with me, guys. EDP doesn't have time for me. I have 50,000 subscribers. That guy's got 2.5 million. EDP doesn't want anything to do with me. But I really like the combination, and I have a lot of fun with that. And obviously, with free agency being over and the draft coming up, it'll be a good time to talk about that. So I definitely am going to work on that again. Ricardo Rodriguez, thank you for the 3, brother. I really appreciate it, my man. Brilly, brother. Thank you so much for the super chat. Let me go grab my beer, guys. I will be right back. Be right back. Hit that like button if you haven't hit the like button. Let's go. Be right back. So one good thing about it being cold in the garage is the brewskis stay cold. The old Murphy's Irish Stout. Looks like soda, it ain't. Good old Irish beer on St. Patty's Day. I can't do an Irish accent. I can do a lot of accents. That one I cannot do. One thing I'll say about this, though, I wish these were colder. Look at that. Look at that thing of beauty there. Oh, you can't see it. See how the waterfall? It's kind of like the Guinness, but I like Murphy's better than Guinness. It is a good sound, ain't it, Subo? I like it. I like that sound. Let's go. Look at my man entertaining house. Stand up, Tana. That's why we had Kenny Golladay in my garage today, man. I would not let Kenny Golladay out of there until he said he talked with the Giants. Things I do for the Giants, I tell you, it's crazy. By the way, Chris, you had a lot of people in the chat today, so you didn't see when I was asking you, are you good for Friday for talking Giants? Because Knicks and Lakers are both off on Friday. So I wanted to double check and make sure you were good for Friday, so that when we do the show on Friday, we can talk about Kenny Golladay and Giants Blue. Let's go. Let's go. You see the Giants getting A.J. That's a name that I hear a lot, is A.J. Marshall. That is possible, too. That is definitely possible. That's a name I hear a lot. That's another second-round target that I hear a lot of. And it's very possible. But like I've been saying all night, Lane, and I know Chris agrees with me, the Giants signing Golladay just allow – we have free reign at whoever we want at that point, because the New York Giants would have, addressed their biggest need this offseason, which obviously is, number one wide receiver. And like I said, the fact that Cincinnati only offered him a 1-year deal, the fact that Kenny Golladay is interested in the Giants, the fact that the Giants asked about Kenny Golladay last season in Detroit, and the fact that he's coming to meet with us, I got a good feeling. Again, I'm not going to get overconfident. I'm not going to say this is a done deal. But again, the fact that the Washington football team just signed Curtis Samuel tells me that the Giants have even more motivation to get Kenny Golladay and Giants Blue. The Giants cannot let that guy leave without signing a deal, especially now that Washington just signed Samuel. Cannot happen. Cannot happen. What does that say? Yes, Tane is in the chat. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Got to get Saquon in the building to talk to him into it. Saquon. We ain't got to worry about Saquon. We got to worry about Saquon. What about Micah Parsons' red flags? As long as he doesn't rob anybody, I guess we're okay. Listen, I think you could find dirt on anybody in the draft, right? I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know. Micah Parsons is a beast. I do know that. Tyler Moreland, thank you for the super chat. Really. He says, did you know Chris is a stripper? I have heard that rumor. I've heard that. A source told me. A source. I heard it from a source that he's a stripper. Yes, he's one of the best paint strippers in New York, I hear. You know, he's really good. He comes to your house. If you need your house painted, he strips the paint off. He's really good at that. Is that what you're talking about? Bring on Mark Holmes. Mark Holmes is one of the guys that I want to bring on. I like having Mark Holmes and Philly 500 together because they crack me up. So, like I said, I'm going to work on that when I'm on vacation. See if I can get a couple of those together over the course of those 2 weeks at some point. What's going on, Bosch? What's going on? They were just stream. Sway Sports. Zanny, what's going on? I've seen Tane at work. I bet you have. I bet you have. Yes, I'm sure he is, Henny God. I'm sure he is. I'm sure he is. Why did not just go up there? I clicked on that. Why did that just happen? There it is. Henny God. J.R. Smith not on the Lakers anymore. Benjamin. I think Benjamin's going through some personal stuff. Can I do a collab? I worked with Jet Central once. It was years and years ago. Chris met Jet Central and Rover. I forgot where they were, but they were all in the hotel together. And those three were on cam. And I streamed with them. We streamed the Lakers-Knicks game back in 2018. A long time I worked with Jet Central. I love to work with Jet Central. But the thing is, Jets and Giants, it doesn't really go together. So, I don't know. But Jet Central is a great content creator. Jet Central is a good guy, too. Double A, Arthur. Thank you for the super chat, brother. Brilly, my man. It says Golladay would be good. Brilly, bad dog. Golladay would be really good fit for here. Galladay's a perfect fit for the New York Giants. We need Golladay. Rover spent over $80 in headphones. Yes, he did. And you got to love Rover. Rover says that Trevor Lawrence is going to stink and that Trey Lance and who's the other guy? Zach Wilson are going to be superstars. He said that about Drew Lock too. He said that about Drew Lock. He said about Josh Rosen. He's Rover. I love Rover. Yes. Was eyeing to replace Tomlinson, but he just got signed by the Bengals. Well, the Giants just signed a guy. He's not a tackle, he's an end, but they just signed a Nigbo from Minnesota, which again, I think that's a good sign. Again, the guy had 28 tackles for loss and 10.5 sacks in 2 years in Minnesota. And in the Patrick Graham scheme, there's no reason to think he can't duplicate those numbers. He also had a bunch of quarterback hits. So I like that signing, to be honest with you. The only one to me that's questionable that they've done so far is Devontae Booker. Because like I said earlier, if Wayne Gallman signs somewhere for cheaper, I'm going to be pissed. That'll make me mad. I mean, I'm not going to rant about it, but it'll make me mad. But I still think Golladay is going to get more money. Or I'm not Golladay. Golladay, obviously. Gallman's going to get more money. Jackie Allen, thank you for the super chat. Brilly. If we get Kenny, who do you think we get in the draft? It's a great question. It's a great question. If they get Golladay, I think they go best player available. I think they go BPA. So if it's Pitts, I honestly could see him going Kyle Pitts. If it's Surtain, I can see him going Surtain. If it's Slater or Sewell, I don't think Sewell falls to 11. I don't think Sewell will get past the Bengals. That would be smart for the Bengals to draft Penei Sewell. But if it's Slater, Slater. If it's Parsons, Parsons. If it's, Devontae Smith, double up on the wide receiver. I can see them doing a lot there, but I think that they go best player available. They don't have to worry about the wide receiver target. This is why to me Golladay was such a big deal. Again, not just the number one wide receiver aspect of it, and a guy that's 6'4" and goes up and catches the ball. Everybody was talking about, he can't get separation. He can't get separation. Golladay doesn't need to get separation because Golladay beats everybody to the ball. Golladay is good at going up and getting the ball. Golladay is good at high pointing the ball. Golladay is good for fighting for the ball, which is what you want. And he's a big target in the red zone. But outside of all that, which is a pure bonus, which is something we don't have with the New York Giants, it gives them all the freedom in the world at number 11. And that is huge that they can do that and not have to worry about, my God, we need to take a wide receiver, because what if all those receivers are gone? Not that they would be, but what if they are? What if Miami want wide receiver and Cincinnati want wide receiver and Philadelphia want wide receiver, or Detroit want wide receiver? Now Detroit let Golladay walk. What if Smith, Waddle, and Jamar Chase are all gone? You really want to go Rashad Bateman at 11? The draft is April 29th, Bosch. So that's why they got to get Kenny Golladay, in my opinion. That's why. I mentioned that too, Brian. A lot of people have said that Kenny Golladay is DJ's version of Plex. He's a tall wide receiver. We got Plexico burst. And somebody told me that, in one of my videos, they said, hey, why would Golladay go to the Giants? They stink. They haven't won, blah, 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 blah. Well, he's not going to go to that team. Well, Plaxico Burress came to the Giants the year after we were 4-12, and Eli Manning looked like he didn't know what he was doing. Eli Manning had a terrible rookie season. What do you have, 1 touchdown and like 6 interceptions or something crazy like that? He completed 48% of his passes. He was really bad. It was something like that. And Burress said, I'm coming to New York. And Eli Manning, rest is history. Now, I'm not saying Daniel Jones is going to be Eli Manning, but it will certainly give Daniel Jones a lot more confidence. And I really think that's all Daniel Jones needs is confidence. Give Daniel Jones confidence. Let Daniel Jones have confidence in his throws. Let Daniel Jones have confidence in his receivers. It's hard to have confidence when you put the ball in the money and you got a tight end that drops 10 passes. Darius Slayton dropped a lot of passes. It's hard to have confidence when you're getting knocked in your ass all the time too. So there's a lot of things the Giants can do. That's why Golladay has to be signed. And then if the Giants want to take a lineman at 11, I have no problem with that. Ricardo, thank you for the super chat, man. I really appreciate it, brother. Really, my good man. These beers are damn good, too. I forgot how good Murphy's Irish Stout is. You guys haven't had Murphy's Irish Stout, and you like a good stout, or you like Guinness, try Murphy's. I actually like Murphy's better than Guinness. I think Tana was drinking a Guinness earlier today. Ricardo says, what do you think about Washington football team with a great defense, Fitzmagic, and Curtis Samuel additions? I think they're a minimum 10-6 team and a threat. The Samuel pick was really good for them. He goes opposite Terry McLaurin. Terry McLaurin is definitely a really good receiver. There's no doubt about it. I don't like Fitzpatrick. I don't think Fitzpatrick's a guy. I still think Washington has question marks at quarterback. Fitzpatrick is what? 41? I don't think he's the answer there. I think that he's serviceable. They do have a good defense. They are going to be playing a first-place schedule this year. Not sold on the running game so much. I don't know if I give them 10 wins. But I definitely think that Samuel signing was great for them. And I do think that they're the biggest threat to us in this division, them and Dallas. I don't think Philadelphia is a threat at all, regardless of what their content creators tell you, that somehow they're going to win this division. I don't understand how you could possibly think. You're 4-12. You can't sign anybody. Your GM drafts like garbage, and you've seen that every year, which is why you're in the situation you're in. And Giants fans know this because we dealt with it for years. But I mean, Washington's going to be good, Ricardo. The good thing about it is we should be able to beat their ass. We beat them every year. This is the thing about, and I'm going to go to Dave Gettleman here real quick because I was thinking about this today. And I mentioned it earlier. If they don't sign Golladay, people are going to kill Dave Gettleman. And if they do sign Kenny Golladay, a lot of people will be like, yes, this is good. This is going to be good. Okay. He had a really good offseason. Uncle Freddie, man, thanks so much for super chat, brother. I really appreciate that, man. Thank you, brother. Brilly, my good man. He says, thank you for all your hard work. Happy St. Patty's Day. Hey, happy St. Patty's Day to you, Uncle Freddie. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that. And like I said earlier, man, I would never work this hard if it wasn't for having the best subscribers and supporters on YouTube. It makes it easy. It makes it fun to not get any sleep at night. It's fine. I can tell you this, Uncle Freddie. At night, I feel good. When I wake up in the morning, as Jerry Seinfeld said, nighttime guy is a lot of fun. Morning guy hates night guy. Morning bad dog hates nighttime bad dog. What's going on, Christian? What's going on, Dixon? What's going on, guys? Again, thank you for being here, guys. We got over 500 in the chat. So, again, smack the like button if you haven't. Thank you for being here. So, this is the thing with Gettleman. Some people are going to kill Dave Gettleman no matter what he does. They don't like the fact that they traded Saquon Barkley. They don't like the fact. I might have just had a Freudian slip there. They don't like the fact that they traded Odell Beckham. He traded Saquon Barkley. They might kill him. They don't like that they traded Odell Beckham. They don't like that he brought in Nate Solder. They don't like that he did this. They don't like that he did that. They don't like that he drafted Barkley. They don't like that he drafted Jones. They don't like this, the DeAndre Baker thing. People are going to kill him no matter what he does. No matter what. No matter what. Even if they win a little bit, they probably kill him. Some guys defend him. Okay? I can see both sides of the argument with Dave Gettleman. So I'm going to give you the good first. Okay? And then we're going to give you the bad. And then you can decide what this guy is. No matter what, 2021's make or break for Dave Gettleman. The good thing about Dave Gettleman is this. Dave Gettleman has done his best as far as getting this team back in order. He took over a horrible situation. Backloaded long contracts with aging veteran players. A quarterback that was way past his prime, right? Terrible cap situation. No offensive line. Nothing except for Odell Beckham. That is what he took over. That's what he took over. The 2017 defense was the worst in the league. The 2017 offense was one of the worst in the league. He took over one of the worst situations any GM could take over. And in my opinion, and I will say this till whenever, I don't think 2018 was Gettleman. I think 2018 was ownership. I think that ownership told him, you are going to try to win. And Dave Gettleman came right out and said, we're trying to win and rebuild at the same time. Well, I don't care what sport you're in. You can't do that, especially in a sport with a salary cap. They drafted Saquon Barkley. Listen, this whole thing started in 2017. Ben McAdoo wanted them to trade up and get Pat Mahomes or Deshaun Watson. Ownership of Jerry said, no, you're staying with Eli Manning. This is when the whole thing fell apart. Ben McAdoo stuck it to the man and benched Eli Manning, not because he didn't like Eli Manning, because he was getting back in ownership. He knew his job was gone. He knew he was done. That was Ben McAdoo's way of saying, you didn't listen to me. We're 2-12. I'm going to lose my job. Screw you. You didn't go out and get the quarterback. I'm benching him. That was Ben McAdoo's middle finger to the New York Giants organization. That is what Dave Gettleman took over. And ownership said to Gettleman, you are going to try to win for Eli Manning. Because of what just happened in 2017 with him losing his streak because he got benched, you're going to try to win. He went out and got Solder, which just didn't work out, but that was the best left tackle on the market. He drafted Saquon Barkley, which was the best player in the draft, if we're being honest. He got Al Ogletree, who was a pretty good linebacker with the Rams. None of it worked. Took over a bad spot. I believe that was ownership. I also believe that ownership had a part in drafting Daniel Jones. I'm not saying all, but I think part of it was that. Then I think Dave Gettleman got to do his thing last year. Dave Gettleman went in the trenches. He loves his hog mollies. He got Dexter Lawrence, right? That's a hog molly. He drafted 3 linemen last year. To me, that was a Dave Gettleman offseason. So I think that Dave Gettleman took over a bad situation. I think it was compounded by the fact that ownership got involved and had a lot to do with what they did in 2018. Now, that's the good about Dave Gettleman. I don't think that it's for lack of effort. And I don't think that Dave Gettleman hasn't tried to bring in players there, because as I did the video today, Leonard Floyd said, I'm not going there. I think a lot of guys may have turned the Giants down because of the situation they're in. But let's talk about the bad with Dave Gettleman. Okay? Because there is a bad. The Giants have had 3 straight losing seasons under Dave Gettleman, not winning more than 6 games in any year. Okay? We have had I didn't miss any super chats, right? Just double checking here. I don't think I did. If I missed any, guys, if I missed a super chat or something, guys, I'm sorry. I don't know what's going on. Oh, here we go. That's where I wanted to be. My thing just stuck there. That's why I hate the stream or the streamer thing, because sometimes these things stick. So anyway, Dave Gettleman, 3 straight years losing seasons. Right? We've won what, 15 games since he's been here, I believe. Not good. That's not good. Terrible. Hasn't addressed, tried to address the offensive line. The offensive line hasn't gotten any better. Maybe well now, but his goal when he came in here was to fix the offensive line. Still ain't fixed. Daniel Jones getting killed every week. That's not done yet. He's been here 3 years, hasn't fixed the cap problem. Even with the cap not going backwards, we still weren't going to have a ton of money. We're still not in a great cap situation. He didn't fix that. The biggest issue with Dave Gettleman to me is this. He's had 3 years to draft players. Is there one player on this team that he's drafted that you can honestly say that guy is going to take us to the next level? That guy is a superstar. Is there any guy that really jumps off the page at you and you say, yes? You can say Saquon Barkley. Barkley has all the talent in the world, but Barkley can't stay healthy. A lot of people are ready to give up on Daniel Jones already. Andrew Thomas played a lot better this year, but Andrew Thomas struggled as well. Do any of those guys jump off the page? Is there one draft pick over the last 3 years that really jumps out at you and says, that guy is going to be a Hall of Famer, that guy is going to be a superstar, because he has had 3 top 6 picks in 3 years? And to me, none of them really jump off the page and say, this guy is a next level talent. So no next level talent, cap space really bad still, and the line is still under construction. And we have no wide receivers on top of this. So I can see both sides of the argument when it comes to Dave Gettleman. The only way this is going to get fixed is by winning games. Now, I see a lot of Dexter Lawrence's in the chat. Dexter Lawrence is a very good player. He's a very nice player. I like Sexy Dexy. I like Lawrence a lot. I liked him out of Clemson. As a matter of fact, I wanted the Giants to draft Dexter Lawrence. I thought 17 was a reach, but I liked Dexter Lawrence a lot. I still don't think Dexter Lawrence is a Hall of Fame player. I don't think Dexter Lawrence is a Hall of Fame talent, and I don't think Dexter Lawrence – I don't think you look at the Giants team and go, wow, Dexter Lawrence is amazing. He's a good player. Like, I like Dexter Lawrence, but I don't look at Dexter Lawrence and go, that guy's just the man. Like, I don't look at him and think that that's not Aaron Donald out there. You know what I mean? That's not even Leonard Williams out there. Like, that's my point. You know, that's my point. That's the bad about Dave Gettleman. So you can weigh them the way whatever you want. But this is why I'm on the fence with Dave Gettleman. This is why, what is going on with this? Why is it saying hide current comments? I don't understand why this is doing this. But this is why I'm on the fence with him. I can go either way. If they fired him this year, you know, if they fired him before this year started, I wasn't going to have a problem with it. And if they kept him on, I wasn't going to have a problem with it either. What I want to see Dave Gettleman do is exactly what he did last year. Have a good offseason when it comes to free agent signings. Have another good draft. I felt like he did very well. I felt like he nailed free agency last year. How good was James Bradbury for us, guys? How good was Blake Martinez for us last year, guys? How good were those players? They were good. They were really good. Even Fackrell. Fackrell had a nice year for us last year. He did a good job. And then I felt like he did a really good job in the draft. Yeah, The offensive line had its issues. But you know what? They got a lot better as the year went on, and they're very young. Give them some time. Because these three linemen, Parrott, Lemieux, and Thomas, also had to go without OTAs, minicamp, rookie camp, new system, NFL, all this stuff. They all had to learn this on the fly. No preseason games. So they all had to learn this stuff on the fly. They all had to learn the playbook on the fly. They all had to learn their technique in real games. No chance to practice. So I'll give him a pass on that. That's why that offensive line was so inconsistent to me. Let's see what they do this year. But to me, I felt like a lot of good moves here. Felt like McKinney was an absolute home run. Darnay Holmes is a home run. And you saw the back end, the 6th and 7th round guys, and your Cam Browns, your Carter Coughlins, and your Tay Crowders have impacts. Dave Gettleman nailed last year. If he gets Kenny Golladay. Again, Devontae Booker, John Ross 1 year. I'm not a John Ross guy, but for 1 year, I love it. You know, Enigmo from Minnesota, same thing. A guy with 28 tackles for losses in 2 years and 30 quarterback hits and 10.5 sacks for $2.5 million. I love that sign. If they had Golladay, you got your number one receiver, and then we see what he does in the draft. And yes, this is actually really good. There you go. There's another thing that he did really well, Moho, and I thought about this earlier and I forgot to mention it. The coaching staff that he put together. Gettleman has a lot to do with the coaching staff. So, again, this offseason, the 2020 offseason was fantastic. Did a really, really, really good job with that. So, you know, he did a really good job with all that stuff. And we're going to have a legitimately normal offseason this year. And we're gonna see what these guys have. You know, and I feel like it's going to be a good year. I really do. Get Golladay, have a good draft. The Giants can be at the top of this division next year. Think about this too, guys. I know we were 6-10. I know we were 6-10. If Evan Ingram catches a couple passes, we're 9-7. If Saquon Barkley's healthy all year, we're probably 9-7. We would have never lost that Philadelphia game if had Evan Ingram not dropped the pass, the first one. If Saquon Barkley's healthy, to me, we win the first Dallas game as well. This game we should have lost. I feel like we could have beat Tampa Bay and the Bears. I feel like if the Giants had a full offseason and Saquon Barkley was healthy, they're 10-6, 9-7. And this is without Kenny Golladay. Add Kenny Golladay to the fray, add another year, any year of NFL experience, and a year with the coaching staff, and then a full offseason, and another draft, and a healthy Saquon, this Giants team could be very good in 2021. They're not a Super Bowl contender yet. I'm not saying we're winning 13 games. Again, I'm not an Eagles fan. But 9-7, 10-6, not out of the realm for the New York Giants if they stay healthy and if they could get a guy like Kenny Golladay. That's why I'm excited that he's meeting with him. Joe, thank you for the super chat, brother. Brilly. Bando, where's the Eagles free agent moves? Oh, didn't you hear they're getting Deshaun Watson? You didn't hear that? Entertainer. Really, sorry. He says, Giants going to surprise some people this year. I think so. You know the media is going to hate no matter what. The media is going to hate no matter what. You know that. As a New York fan, you know that. It's going to happen. Where did this go? I wanted to, right before that. There we go. Finez says Golladay isn't even a number one. Well, I don't know what your idea of a number one is. To me, a receiver that has back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons and leads the NFL in touchdown receptions, that classifies as a number one to me. He's not a number two. I mean, I think that he's definitely a number one. I don't know how you could think of him as anything else. He's a number one receiver. He's a number one receiver. I don't know how he's not. So No, I don't think. And again, where is this? Somebody said, should we trade Slayton? No, we're not trading. Listen, it makes no sense to trade Slayton. They're not going to get anything for him. He costs no money. And if they do get Kenny Golladay, Darius Slayton's going to have a better year because Darius Slayton's going to be a number 2 receiver, which is what he is. And again, he was a 5th-round pick, so he costs us, what, $700,000 or $800,000? It's not a lot. You're not going to trade Slayton. You're not going to trade Slayton. Slayton's not going anywhere. Not at all. The only time Slayton will go anywhere is if he never does anything else for the Giants and his contract runs out and the Giants give up on him. But that's about it. How drafted we got Juju? I can't see the Giants getting Juju Smith-Schuster. He's a number 2 receiver. He's a very good number 2 receiver, but we have a number 2 receiver. And, I mean, I don't mind Juju, but I don't think he's a Giants guy. I don't think he's a Giants guy. Yep, I agree, Luke. That's the thing. He's again, he gives us a lot of flexibility in the first round of the draft. And that's really, again, that was one of the biggest reasons I wanted him here, outside of his prowess and 6'4" frame and his ability to get 50-50 balls and be a good red zone target for Daniel Jones. This is why I sit there and say, God, can you imagine if we had Golladay and Pitts? I think a red zone, and Saquon Barkley, I think a red zone offense would be top 10 in the league with those guys. There's no reason that they couldn't be. If we're trading anyone, it's Shepard, but I don't agree with doing that at all. Yeah, Shepard would save him a lot of money. Shepard is a big contract, but I don't see them doing that either. Shepard is our most consistent receiver. When he's healthy, Shepard doesn't drop passes. Shepard is very reliable. Shep's a good receiver. Shep's not a number 1. But again, if you add Golladay and you have Slayton on the outside and you put Slayton in the slot, or Shepard in the slots, Shepard's going to be even more effective. And then, of course, you add John Ross into the fray, and maybe you can do some other things, like I said, some creative things with John Ross, where you're running some end arounds, you run some rub routes, you're doing some double reverses just to get John Ross in space, get the ball in his hands, and allow him to use his speed. That's what I think they're going to do with John Ross. I think you're going to see a lot of that stuff. I really do. Again, they tried it in Dallas with Tavon Austin. Tavon Austin was just terrible. Maybe John Ross coming to the Giants in a 1-year deal, a prove-it deal. Maybe a change of scenery helps him out. But I do think that you're going to see a lot of that with John Ross. I think that'll be a lot of what he does. Why does Fisk call Slayton a bust? Dude has 1,500 yards and 11 touchdowns his first 2 seasons, a 5th-rounder. Nikki, I don't know. Fisk does not like Darius Slayton. That I do know. He does not like Slayton. I don't think bust is appropriate for any 5th-round pick. Most 5th-round picks have a hard time making the team. The fact that you got any production out of a 5th-round pick, he's not a bust. He's actually overachieved, in my opinion. And I love Fisk. Fisk is my guy. But I never agree with him on anything. I swear to God. Me and Cruz on 26 don't agree on a lot of things. I never agree with Fisk. I never agree with Fisk. I love Fisk, but I never, ever agree with anything he said. We're like always on we're polar opposites of the spectrum when it comes to that. And, you know, I don't know. Like Fisk did the video today, he said that John Ross was going to take Darius Slayton's spot. I'm like, come on, man. That's not going to happen. Not going to happen. Micah Parsons over Rousseau. I would definitely rather have Micah Parsons. No doubt about it. Look at Jeffrey. Positive. He says Slayton is a 5th-rounder. He is good. See, Jeffrey, I'll tell you. Jeffrey has said, listen, I saw it earlier in the chat. Just so y'all know. Jeffrey has said, because I said to Jeffrey, I said at the end of this year, I want Daniel Jones to make a fool out of me for not believing in him. And I said, I want Jeffrey Abbey at the end of this year to be saying his name instead of number 8. I want Jeffrey Abbey to be calling him Daniel Jones and not number 8. And Jeffrey said, and I quote, I hope so too, Bad Dog, because if he succeeds, we succeed. So Jeffrey, we're on the same page. Slayton will still be. Yeah, I agree. Ethan. I agree. Whoa, is that Kush? Is that Kush in the chat? Is that Cushman? Is that the Cushman? Where the hell are you been? I just realized that. Wow. Look at this guy. Ligma says we love Evan Ingram. You love even Ingram, right? Yes, I'm sure that even Ingram is better than Evan Ingram. And even odd Ingram is better than Evan Ingram. I don't know if odd Ingram is better than even Ingram. Maybe even Ingram is better than odd Ingram. But I can tell you both odd and even Ingram are better than Evan Ingram. I can tell you that much right now. Lionel says, Kenny Golladay, please no. Lionel, tell me why you don't want Kenny Golladay. Anybody in the chat, tell me why you don't want Kenny Golladay. I'm always curious about this. I'm always curious because, as I said, if your reasoning for not wanting Kenny Golladay is because he was hurt last year, Bad Dog, if you're saying that to me, if you're telling me that you don't want Kenny Golladay because he's been injured, then you definitely do not want Saquon Barkley on this team. You are against Saquon Barkley being a Giant after his contract's up. You do not want to give him a fifth-year contract or a fifth-year option. When his rookie contract is up after this season, you guys that are worried about Kenny Galladay's injury history and why you don't want to sign him, you don't want Saquon Barkley anywhere near a New York Giants uniform. That's what you're telling me. Because as I said earlier, Saquon Barkley's missed more games in 3 seasons than Galladay's missed in 4. So if you don't want Golladay because of the injury history, then you don't want Saquon Barkley here. He's injury prone. So you don't want Saquon Barkley. Okay? You don't want Saquon Barkley here. He's injury prone too. So you don't want Saquon Barkley. I'm just saying, and that's fine with me because I'm on the fence with Saquon. I did a video talking about trade, and they should listen to trade offers for Saquon. People kill me, but I was being legitimate about that. Michael Mooch, thank you for the super chat, brother. Appreciate you, my man. Brilly, brother. Says, Bad Diggity, what up, bro? What time should I expect the sign to be complete tomorrow? Start getting excited about this offense. Michael, I don't have a set time, brother. But as I have said earlier in this stream, the Giants cannot let him leave without a contract, especially with Curtis Samuel going to Washington. I really think, guys, that Curtis Samuel being signed by Washington is going to get the deal done. I think that is the Giants may overpay Golladay because of that. There is no way Gettleman could see that happen. Especially since Samuel was remember this, Samuel was a Gettleman guy. He was a Gettleman draft pick. And he is going to a division rival in Washington. And his old coach is in Washington. There is no way that the Giants can let Kenny Golladay walk out without signing. Can't happen. Thank you for the super chat. He says, sorry, many more. I should be here more, but I've been super busy with school and other stuff. No, Ethan, you're smart to be in school. School is important, buddy. So YouTube will always be here. I just funny that I just happened to notice that because I haven't seen you in a long time. So I hope you're doing good, brother. I hope you're doing good. School is very important. Unlike KP, who doesn't go to school, he stalks me on the internet and he stalks Chris on the internet. You're doing a good thing. You're getting your education. Education is important. Education is important. Education is and I know KP's lingering around here somewhere because he's always in the street. KP, get into school. You should be sleeping and getting your homework done. You see how Ethan is saying he's super busy with school? You should be too. Let's go. Let's go, gents. Damn it. Damn right, Amos. Let's go. Evan says, Kenny Golladay is the perfect wide receiver for the Giants. He can get the 50-50 ball and is a big threat in the red zone. He's great on deep balls and fits the scheme. Exactly. Like I said, I'm excited that he's meeting with the Giants because I really do believe, and again, I don't want to get overly excited. I don't want to get overly confident. I don't want to sit here and say, oh, this is a done deal. But I do feel really good about it. I feel good that the Bengals only offered him 1 year because I think we're going to offer him more than one. But like I said in my video today, 2 years, $32 million is a very possible contract that he walks out of there with. Because then again, he can test the free agent market in 2 years when he's 29 and the cap is normal, and he can get his $21 million a year if he has 2 good years with the Giants. I like it. Guitar the Hero Gamer. Bad Dog, would you draft one of the 3 receivers if we got Golladay? Best player available, Guitar Hero. Yeah. If Devontae Smith is there, or Jalen Waddle's there at 11, and they decided to go that route, I have no problem with them doubling up on receivers. But the good thing about it is we wouldn't have to, we wouldn't be forced to go wide receiver there. We could go Slater. We could go Surtain. I want Kyle Pitts. I don't give a damn if they get Golladay or not. I would love Golladay and Pitts. That's my dream. Give me Kenny Golladay and then draft me Kyle Pitts. And then let's go Creed Humphrey in the second round so a man in a tank can get his hog molly. Give me Creed Humphrey in the second round. Give me Kyle Pitts in the first. Get Kenny Golladay in here. Let's watch this Giants offense light up the scoreboard. Let's watch these damn Giants start winning some games and win this damn division. Let's go. I'm ready for football. What the hell is it? Is it September yet? Omar says, Bad Dog, you don't need Golladay. You got a Pro Bowl tight end. This is true. This is true. Master Grogu says, Pitts, Parsons, or Surtain. Yeah. I mean, I'm fine with any of those guys. I am fine with any of them. Cash Money, I always have this energy. Just normally for the Lakers, but during the season, I'm getting hyped up, man. We're talking football. Like, football is actually happening now. Like I said, after the Super Bowl, it's hard to find a lot of content. It's hard to talk about things. That's why Chris and I take like that month off, because there's really just nothing to talk about. And even the last month, we get the show going, which I love the show. But it's a lot of speculation. But now things are happening, and now we can start talking about things. And again, this is an exciting time because there is a possibility that we get our guy, and hopefully it happens. Tomorrow, obviously, we really hyped up if it does happen. So, Michael, thank you for the super chat, brother. I really appreciate it, my man. Really. Kenny Galladay's talking about a receiver that changes an offense just being on the field. It affects the way the defenses have to match up. God forbid, Pitts, KG, and Barkley. Oh, I would love it, Michael. I would love it. That, to me, that would be amazing. I would love to see that. That offense would be incredible. That'd be incredible. And again, if the Giants got all those weapons, Daniel Jones still struggles. They know Daniel Jones isn't the guy, but it's set up for the next quarterback to come in here, just in case he's not the guy. But I'll be honest. I feel like if the Giants have that much talent around Daniel Jones and he's more confident, he'll be really good. I've never questioned Daniel Jones' physical talent. I think it's there. I think it's good enough. I think his physical talent's good enough to be top 10 in the league. I said that after his rookie season. I believe that. I worry about in between the years. But again, if he's not getting knocked on his ass and he's not having, receptions dropped because he's putting right in their hands, maybe he does get a little bit more confident. And he's got to stay healthy. He's got to play 16 games. There's no reason for him not to succeed, I'll put it that way. Connor Ball, thank you for the super chat, brother. Brilly, my man. He says, Golladay still won't fix our bummy tight end. No, but that's why we draft Kyle Pitts, brother. That's why we draft Kyle Pitts. And if we don't go Kyle Pitts, if we do go Rashad Slater or Pat Surtain or Micah Parsons in the first round, guess what? Maybe you go Pat Freiermuth in the second round and you still get your tight end, because this is really my dream. We hit Golladay. We draft Pitts. We trade Evan Ingram's bum ass out of here and save $6 million and get a fourth-round draft pick. And then you have $6 million of flexibility in case you want to bring somebody in the middle of the season and you get another pick. But you've already replaced Evan Ingram because, in my opinion, Evan Ingram is not coming back here after next year. I don't care what Joe Judge says because, as I said earlier, if you weren't in here, Joe Judge isn't going to go, we have no confidence in Evan Ingram. He stinks. He sucks. He drops every pass. He fumbles. He loses games for us, and people hate him. You're going to run him down. You're not going to get any draft value. If you sit there and go, we have a lot of confidence in Evan Ingram. Everybody loves Evan Ingram. We love Evan Ingram. Everybody's teammates love him. He's great. He's great in the locker room. He's great at this. He's great at that. We have all the faith in the world in him. Of course, you're going to pump him up so that you get more value for him. But we all know damn well that nobody has faith in Evan Ingram. Evan Ingram don't have faith in Evan Ingram. And Evan Ingram has cost us how many freaking games? I'm done with Evan Ingram. I'm done with him. So, yeah, let's draft the tight end and trade Evan Ingram. We don't need Evan Ingram. Save $6 million. There's no cap hit for moving him the hell out of here. Somebody would take Evan Ingram. No doubt in my mind. Somebody would take him. Maybe Jacksonville takes him. Maybe Cincinnati takes him. Somebody would take him. AP, thank you for the super chat, brother. Really. Imagine you saw the Giants take Eli Apple or John Ross 2.0 or both after a long day of road rage. Mad Dog's head might explode. AP, have you ever seen my Eli Apple video? I have an Eli Apple video up. Maybe one of my mods can do me a favor and drop the link to my Eli Apple video. You will see in that video, AP, that my head almost did explode. And this video that I recorded was the day after the draft. I have been on record. Everybody knows my Daniel Jones reaction video. Everybody knows my Daniel Jones reaction video went viral. I was more upset about the Eli Apple pick than I was Daniel Jones. That's how pissed off I was. My neighbor heard, I swear to God, my neighbors heard me scream the F word when the Bears traded up and got Leonard Floyd. I was that mad. Jeremiah, my man. Love you, buddy. He says, what up, Mad Dog Giants stink. This is why I love YouTube. This is why I love what I do now, because I make fun of the Eagles all the time. But there are some really awesome Eagles fans on YouTube. Jeremiah is one of them, man. Jeremiah is great. Johnny Letourneau is great. Philly 500 is great, man. There's a lot of really awesome Eagle fans. There really is. There's a lot of really Danny Lukenheimer is a really good Eagle fan. And I know I'm missing a ton. Desert Eagles are there's really good Eagle fans on YouTube. There really is. Jeremiah is one of them. So I love you, buddy. But your Eagles suck, bro. We're gonna sweep your ass this year, Jeremiah. We break out the brooms, baby. It's time. There you go. Thank you, Dire Giants fan. There it is. You guys get a chance. Don't do it now, but after the stream's over, I figure 12:30 I'll be done. When I end the stream, go over there, watch my Eli Apple video. Watch how pissed off I was. Wasn't happy. So. I don't think that the Derby one. I don't think that he's going to visit Cincinnati. Cincinnati offered him a 1-year deal. They pretty much offered him a 1-year prove it deal. So I don't think he's going to visit Cincinnati. They have offered him a deal. EDP is the GOAT. I destroyed EDP in a trash talking battle. That's also on YouTube, by the way. EDP pretty much won almost every trash talking battle that he's had. I kicked the hell out of him. You can ask anybody. I'm legitimately considered the best trash talker in TTC history. That's a fact. I can bring it. Oh, man. Greer, yeah. I mean, I was young. I wasn't really mad about Ron Dane, but Ron Dane sucked. I hated Ron Dane. He is one of my all-time most hated Giants. I could not stand Ron Dane. Ron Dane was huge. He ran like he was a big wuss. Ron Dane was what, like 6 foot, 240 pounds. He ran like he was, 5'6", 130. Like Darren Sproles ran way harder than Ron Dane did, man. See, Jedi, my lady knows. She knows. She knows. She's a bad dog destroys you. I do. Thoughts on Golladay? Love him. I wanted the Giants to go after him since day one. Since day one. Bill McTavish, me neither. I heard Cincinnati. That was it. I heard Cincinnati, and that was it. I heard Cincinnati offered him a 1-year deal. He's meeting with the Giants tomorrow. So let's hope that happens. Let's hope the Giants just lock him up and it's all over. Tyrone Wheatley was another one, man. I hated Tyrone Wheatley too. I couldn't stand him. He was overrated in college. Ron Dane, yeah, he probably was. Now, I wasn't into I didn't watch a lot of Wisconsin football. It's pretty much always been the Big 12 and the SEC for me. What do I think we'd get if we traded Ingram? Like I said, a 4th rounder. I think a 4th rounder is fair for Ingram. You're saving $6 million. He's a free agent at the end of next year, so it's not like a team's going to have control over him unless they extend him when they get him. But I think a 4th rounder is fair. I'm not an Eagles fan, so I'm not going to ask for like a top 10 pick for Evan Ingram or a 1st-round pick. That's just how they do. Tyler, thank you for the super chat, brother. I appreciate you, my man. Brilly says, mine was Eric Can't Block Flowers. I didn't like him either, buddy. I hated Eric Flowers. That was a pure reach because the Washington team took Brandon Scherf. That's why. Scherf was supposed to go to the Giants, and the Giants are the only team that projected Eric Flowers as a left tackle when he played his entire career at Miami as a right tackle. He was a disaster. And for years, I kept screaming to move him to right guard and try him at guard. Well, Washington played him at guard. He was good at guard, and he got $30 million because he was good at guard. I would too, dire Giants fan. I would take a fourth rounder in a heartbeat too, man. I would definitely. I had no problem with EDP. It's just, EDP challenged me to a fight, and then I had to rip him a new one. That was pretty much how that went. That's, you hear the Eagles are they're training for. Yeah, that's true. I mean, they're only going to have to they're not even going to have to give up anything. They just have to give a couple of used napkins and a piece of AstroTurf, and they're going to get them. Why is Evan Ingram so bad? It's a great question. He's got a lot of talent. I have no idea. You'd have to ask Evan Ingram. I just don't think he concentrates. I don't think he concentrates. You ever notice Evan Ingram makes really tough catches when he has to concentrate? I don't think he concentrates. I think that sometimes he gets very lazy. He is the Giants version of Gary Sanchez for the Yankees. There's a lot of talent there, but I feel like his laziness, in-game laziness, has cost him a lot of stupid plays. I feel like he's lazy. I feel like he doesn't concentrate the whole time. Yeah, nothing better than nobody trolls the Eagles better than me. Nobody trolls that fan base better than me. I do. I can honestly say I'm pretty good at trolling them. I always have been. That's why it sucks. The one thing I can say though, guys, is it's weird to say this. It is really weird to say this. Arthur, thank you for the super sticker, brother. I don't know what it is because on StreamYard, I don't see the super sticker. I just see the 99 cents. Thank you, brother. I really appreciate it, my man. Brilly, brother. Brilly. Jeremiah, you are the man. Thank you for the super chat, my man. Appreciate it, brother. Brilly, my man. It says, we'll trade you Ertz and a sixth for Saquon. We don't need Ertz. I'll tell you what, I'll take your first round pick for Saquon if you want to do that. We'll take number 6. I'll take number 6 for Saquon. And I don't want Ertz. Ertz makes too much money. But I will definitely give you Saquon for your number 6 pick. That we can do. I'm on board with that right now. I'll do that right now. You want to give us number 6 overall for Saquon? Let's do it. Thank you for the super chat. Joe, thank you for the super chat. Brilly says, I hope the Colts win the Super Bowl and Wentz wins MVP. Can you imagine, Eagle fans, if that happened? Can you imagine if that happened? Super sticker wasn't 100, Justin. There is no $100 super sticker. There's a $50 super sticker, but there's no. No, Michael B. This isn't Diet Coke tonight. It's Murphy's Irish Stout. It's St. Patrick's Day, man. For 2 more minutes, it's St. Patrick's Day. Yeah, World's there you go. World's Heavy Chairman just got back from the Eli Apple rant. It was well worth the trip. Told you when we end this at 12:30, go check out the Eli Apple video. That's where I used to do my videos. So this is what I was going to say about the Eagles winning the Super Bowl. It is ironic. Oh, it's the 100 emoji. I got you. Thank you, Justin. Thank you. Gotcha. Thank you, guys. I can't act out the 100 emoji. Like the spinning chair, I can act. There's a lot of things I can act out. The 100 emoji, I can't act that out. The Eagles winning the Super Bowl, ironically enough, is the best thing that ever happened to my YouTube channel. How ironic is that? A team that I did nothing but tear apart for years and made fun of them because they never won a Super Bowl. They played us. They were 11-2 or whatever they were, and we were 2-11. It was somewhere in there. And that was the week that I said, I can't talk trash to these guys. They've beaten us for a decade. They're 9 games better than us. They're a really good freaking team. How am I going to talk trash? And then they went on to win the Super Bowl. And at that point, I said, man, what am I going to do? It's kind of hard to talk trash when your team is complete and utter trash. The Giants in 2017 lost 13 games for the only time in their 96-year history. 96 years this year. The only time they've ever lost 13 games was the same year that the Eagles won their only Super Bowl. Couldn't do it. Couldn't talk trash. Retooled my channel, and it became a lot better. And I became a lot happier with what I'm doing now than I did when I was talking trash. So as ironic as it is, as ridiculous as it is, the Eagles winning the Super Bowl is the best thing that ever happened to my YouTube channel. It's so stupid, but it's a fact. Because if they didn't win the Super Bowl, I would still be talking trash to them about not winning the Super Bowl. I would have still been doing the same thing. And when I just realized that I couldn't do it anymore, that was it. You know? So it is what it is. So. Dire Giants is not going to lie. If it meant to find this community was an Eagles Super Bowl, I'll take it. Hey, I said, Dire Giants fan, I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. But I mean, it is. And you know what? I also found a great community because of that. Because I would have missed out on a lot of great content creators, a lot of great Eagle fans, a lot of great Cowboy fans. Because when you're in the TTC, your job isn't to be friends with these people. Your job is to insult them. Also, when you have a son, when you have a child, that changes you as a person. It really does. You really need to mature. And after I had him, I have the heart to come on here every week and just insult somebody. I didn't have it. Now, I still can. Don't get me wrong. I mean, anybody that's seen me go off on a troll or go on a rant or rip the Eagles anyway knows that I can still talk trash. But, just 2 beers, Luke. I got to work tomorrow. So I couldn't do it anymore. So I am much happier with what I'm doing now. The TTC thing, the trash talk was a lot of negative energy, man. And I talk about that a lot of time. When you come into somebody's stream just to insult them, all I can think to myself is this guy or this girl is very miserable. Because when you are taking time out of your day just to go online to somebody you don't know to insult them so you feel better about your situation, you got to be really miserable to expend that negative energy towards somebody that you don't know. For 2 seconds, you insult somebody. What does it do? It does nothing. Because the next day you're going to wake up and your life has not changed one bit. It is the same. So did your one comment that you said to me before one of my mods banned you from my channel, did that really make a difference in your life? Did that make you feel better? Did that improve things? No. That's what the TTC is. TTC is a lot of negative, angry energy. I didn't have that in my heart anymore after my son was born. And I'm glad I didn't. Because that's not me anyway. The trash talking guy you saw, I can talk trash, but that's not me as a person at all. I'm actually the complete opposite of that. I'm the complete opposite of that. I mean, you guys know this. I'm very giving. I mean, I do charity streams for crying out loud. I try to give as much as I can. And as you know, I'm extremely grateful for all you guys and girls. Extremely grateful and fortunate and lucky and, thankful. So I don't know what to say. Rob Pro Bram, thank you, buddy. He says, I miss you. You're the man. Rob, how can I be the man when you're the man, sir? Where'd I go? Arian, do I think we're signing Kenny Golladay? I don't want to say yes. I got a good feeling. But I'm not about to sit here and go, yes, I definitely think we're signing him. But I got a good feeling, especially with Samuel going to Washington. I feel like the Giants know that they have got to get this done. And I feel like they will get it done. I'm ready to make a mess in my pants, as I said. Oh, man. Kenny's coming to Cincy. They only offered him a 1-year deal. I don't know why he's going there. The Giants could certainly offer more than 1 year. I think that they will. Nicky says it was money for me. I didn't want to do Kenny at 20. Yeah, Kenny's not going to get 20, Nicky. In a stagnant, stale wide receiver market, I'm thinking 16 is about right for him. I'm thinking he might get 16. I do. I'm thinking 2 years, $32 million. Or 3 years, $48 million. You know, maybe you go like 3 years, 51. Maybe you can give him 17 million a year if it's less years. Again, like I don't know if Chris is still in there. I don't think he is because I haven't seen him comment in a while. But Chris and I talked about Leonard Williams, and we both agreed that it's not the money, it's the amount of years. So instead of giving Leonard Williams 5 years, $95 million, both of us would much rather have, and I think we both said 3 years, $63 million. If I'm not mistaken, we both might have mentioned those figures, or we were close, because that way you're out after 2 years. You're not locked into those long-term deals. So if Kenny Golladay comes here for 3 years and the Giants want to give him $17 million a year, or if he's here for 2 years and they want to give him $18 million a year, if they want to go 2 years, $36 million, I'll do that. I would much rather go 2 years, $36 million, or 3 years, $51 million for Kenny Golladay, as opposed to 5 years, $80 million, or 5 years, $75 million. I would much rather do it that way. Yeah, Jed, I think I'm dropping that link right there. That must be my bad dog 7676 NWO channel. There's me insulting EDP, and there's me destroying Sports Live in the ATL a number of times. And my Eli Apple rant, and my Ben McAdoo rant. My Ben McAdoo rants on the Giants. You'll also hear me in that video. I have a Ben McAdoo rant on my video. Nostradamus. We hired him in 2016. I say in that video it's going to take the Giants 5 years to get out of the mess that they're in. This is the year. We just passed our 5th year, so we'll see if we get out of it. You can also go back and look at my video called Odell Beckham, Trade Him. March of 2018, when I say the New York Giants should trade Odell Beckham to the Cleveland Browns. Woo! Now, Jam Band, have a great night, buddy. Thank you for hanging out, my man. I appreciate it. We'll be live for like another 20 minutes. If you guys got any questions, man, throw them out there. Ask them. I appreciate you guys being here again. Smack the like button if you haven't. If you have any new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. I really do appreciate you guys and girls being here. Yeah, Dr. John's in. I'm definitely gonna look into Streamlabs. This is what I want to do. Where's my thing? I definitely want to look into Streamlabs. I'm definitely gonna try to figure that out on my vacation. I'm gonna get a new TV. And where is this thing? I gotta figure this thing out. DWG got this for me. I've had this for like a year. I got to figure this thing out. I have a Stream Deck. I have to figure out how the hell to use it. So, those are my goals. 2 weeks off. Let's do it. Figure this out. Streamlabs I definitely want because, like I said, Dara Johnson, that way you mods can just have the commands. And I like the setup better. But again, I got to figure out how the hell to work it. But obviously, I have time when I'm on vacation for that long, and that's why. And then the TV's got to be done. Like I said, I'm going to be moving. You're not going to notice the difference. So I'm just going to move my setup a little bit more this way. And I have a big credenza right here that's pretty much in front of me that I'm going to put the TV on there. And, then we'll have that done. But I also got to figure out the Stream Deck, man. Jeremiah, thank you for the super chat, my man. Appreciate you, brother. Brilly. Who do y'all realistically see with your first rounder? Well, again, Jeremiah, I think a lot of it depends on if we get Golladay or not. If we don't lock up Golladay, I think we're going wide receiver, whoever's there, whether it be, I don't think Jamar Chase will fall to 6, but Jamar Chase, Jalen Waddle, Devontae Smith, I think those would be number one options if we don't get Golladay. If we do get Golladay, I think it's best player available. I think that it could be a number of players. I think it could be Kyle Pitts if he falls to 11. I think it could be Pat Surtain at 11 because we could use another corner. I think Micah Parsons is a possibility. I think Rashad Slater is a possibility. I don't think Penei Sewell falls to 11, but I think all those guys. I think lineman is a possibility. cornerback, linebacker, tight end, or they could go wide receiver as well. So that's Jeremiah. That's why I'm so big on getting Kenny Golladay, because not only is he a number one receiver and a big target for Daniel Jones, it allows the Giants to have a lot of flexibility in the draft. Kadarius Toney, I don't think Kadarius Toney's going to the first round. I mean, that's a guy maybe in the second round, but I don't think Kadarius Toney's going to be a Giant. I'd rather have Kyle Pitts. What should the Lions do in the draft? I think that they're going to go wide receiver because they let Golladay walk. Right? So I think that. But Marvin Jones is a Lion too, right? Or no? Where did Marvin Jones play? I'm losing my mind. I think that the Lions should go wide receiver. I think they will go wide receiver. Mike Green, thank you for the super chat, my man. Appreciate you, brother. Brilly, my man. He says, bad dog, I think we get our guy KG tomorrow. Oh, I hope so. Like I said, man, they can't let him walk. Yeah, he went to the Jags. I didn't know where he played, though, Floyd. That's what I'm saying. I forgot where Marvin Jones, you're saying, yes, he was a Lion. So they got rid of both Marvin Jones and Golladay are walking out the door. So I definitely believe that they got to go wide receiver. And I think they will. What did I just see? Taco, I think the meeting is tomorrow. He's going to meet with them tomorrow. Sabrina said my thing my 24-hour charity stream is in August. Yeah, I do a 24-hour charity stream in February and in August. That's when I do them. Should we win the division this year? Absolutely, definitely. Where did I see this? Oh, Colin says, what do you think about? I talked about it earlier, Colin. I like it. Enigbe, or I think his name is Enigbe. I forgot. Afidi Ogunigbe. I forgot how to say his last name. I like it, though. He had 28 quarterback pressures. He had 10.5 sacks. He had 2 forced fumbles. And he had like 30 quarterback hits with Minnesota in 2 years. That's not bad for $2.5 million. He's going to be 27 next month, so it's not like he's an old guy. I liked it. I liked it a lot. Coffee Cups. Thank you for becoming a member, man. I really appreciate it, brother. Brilly, Coffee Cups. Welcome to the Dog Pound, baby. Yo, where my Dog Pound members at in the chat? Welcome. Triple C, Coffee Cups into the Dog Pound, baby. Hoo, let's go. Thank you, Coffee Cups. I really appreciate that, my man. Patrick Peterson of the Vikings, I don't know what his deal was, but Patrick Peterson's not bad at all. Where'd that go? What did I just see here? I missed something. Where'd that go? Stafford's a big upgrade. Brocker's going back with golf with the Lions. Oh, that's weird, Joe. That's crazy. Yeah, I'm going to be up till like 12:30, like another 15 minutes or so. Think you should get Saquon in the room? Yeah, yes. I don't know. Dog Pound is always here, David. Yes, my Dog Pound. Where would you rate our offense if we get Golladay? It would be improved. I don't know if I'm ready to say it's going to be great, but again, it would depend on what we did in the draft still. Yeah, Zach, I'll be up, like I said, till 12:30. What did I just see here? Thoughts of trading back for Jalen Phillips. He'd be an edge one of the draft. Again, Barry, it would depend. Like, trading back is definitely an option if the Giants can get a trading partner. I think that's the most difficult thing. A lot of teams aren't trading up to 11 to get a player unless there's a quarterback there. A lot of teams trade up for a quarterback to get up near the top 10 because it's going to cost them a lot of draft capital. But if it's possible, why not? If it's possible to trade back and get more draft capital and get somebody else, that'd be good too. Am I ready for the Lakers? I'm always ready for the Lakers, Tyler. Absolutely. Oh, I do too, Zayd. I hope that we can get Golladay and Pitts too. Where'd that go? Dominic! Here's my links, guys. If you guys are not following me on Twitter and Instagram, my Twitters are blown up. I picked up like 200 followers on Twitter in the last 2 days, which is crazy. If you guys haven't followed me on Twitter and Instagram, you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram. I will follow you back. So I'm trying to grow both of those, social media outlets. I have been posting a lot more on Twitter. That could be why. But if you guys want to follow me there, Dominic Pope is kind of have to drop the links. I will follow you back. Stacy, I would love to, but I work during the day, so I can't collab with him during the day. And then at night, he has the Knicks side of the Lakers. We'll be collabing on Friday, though. Friday night, Talking Giants on my channel. So definitely we will we'll be collabing on Friday, and we'll be talking about, hopefully, Kenny Golladay and Giants Blue. Leontre Chester, thank you for becoming a member, my man. I really appreciate that, brother. Thank you so much, Leontre. Welcome to the Dog Pound, sir. Yo! Where my Dog Pound members at? Welcome, Leontre Chester, into the Dog Pound. Whoo! Let's go. By the way, and again, I'm not telling anybody that they need to become a member, but if you are a member of the channel, every month I do a giveaway for the members. It is just a random drawing. I give away a jersey. I give away a jersey every month. So there's 3 levels to become a member. If you're at the $2.99 level, you get 1 entry into the drawing. If you're a $4.99 member, you get 2 entries into the drawing. If you're a $9.99 member a month, you get 5 entries into the drawing. Again, it is a random picker. I do a members. It's not even really a members only stream at this point because YouTube doesn't really allow that. People don't see it. So I do a normal stream, but only the members can chat in the chat. But that is, the big perk about being a member. And again, I'm not asking anybody to do that. I appreciate anybody that does it. And I just want to let you know that is the biggest perk of becoming a member of the channel, is that you have a chance to win a jersey every month. And that's my way of saying thank you so much, for going above and beyond. Jeremiah, thank you for the super chat, man. Brilly, brother. He says, I don't think your fan base really gives Jones a fair shake. O-line been trash. No real receivers, no Slayton. Always great streams, bro. Good night. Jeremiah, thank you, brother. I appreciate that. I've been hard on Daniel Jones. I've been very hard on Daniel Jones, and I think the reason that we're hard on Daniel Jones is because we haven't won, because he's following Eli Manning. They're tough shoes to fill. I agree. There are definitely some reasons that Daniel Jones has struggled, but I think the fact that he turns it over so much is the biggest problem. But I think that with the number 1 receiver, which is why we want Golladay so bad, Saquon Barkley healthy, and there's no excuses this year, Jeremiah, which is why we want all these guys to be here. We want no excuses for Daniel Jones. We want to know if he is or isn't. So get the talent around him. Let's see what Daniel Jones can do. Let's see what he can do. And he has to stay healthy. That's a big key for Daniel Jones. He has to stay healthy. David Woomer, thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it, my man. Really, it's a sad news, though. I'm a Jags fan. I have low expectations this year. David, this is what I'm going to say to you, buddy. It doesn't matter how many games you win or lose. Enjoy Trevor Lawrence, because Trevor Lawrence is going to be a stud. Trevor Lawrence is going to be really good. So enjoy him. Max, thank you for the super chat, brother. Brilly. He says, I want the Kenny G jersey with a bad dog. Max, let's not get ahead of ourselves. I don't want to say that it's a done deal yet. I'm excited. I got a good feeling about it. He's not here yet. But if he is, I have a feeling that the first jersey I give away in one of those jersey streams is going to be Kenny Golladay. So we'll see. Leontre, thank you for the super chat, my man. Brilly. Kenny Golladay tomorrow, 3 years, $45 million. I love it. I'm ready for that. 3 years, $45 million. I can get on board with that all day, every day. What do I think about the next member milestone? As far as like the upgrade for the prizes, I think 300. I think 300 members, I'd start giving away tickets. Again, I'm not going to be giving away luxury luxury box tickets. I can't afford that, but I think if I ever get to 300 members or over 300 members, I think that's where that would be. I think I could swing like a couple of tickets. I wouldn't put you in the nosebleed. I would try not to put you in the nosebleeds, but I would do my best. Obviously, things like Madison Square Garden, you'd have to sit up there on the rafters because Madison Square Garden is an arm and a leg. If we trade back to 25 and Bateman's there, if you could trade back and get Bateman, that would obviously be huge. No doubt about that. Gus Gafoo! Thank you for becoming a member, my man. I appreciate it, brother. Brilly, Gus Gafoo. Welcome to the Dog Pound, my boomer sooner, brother. Gus, where are my Dog Pound members at? Yo, we're welcome. The kennel's filling up tonight. Where my Dog Pound members at? Welcome, Gus Gafoo, Double G into the Dog Pound. Let's go, baby. Thanks so much, Gus. I really appreciate that, man. I am a Yankee fan, DeBanks. I am a Yankee fan. Yankees all day, every day. That content's going to start hitting the channel too. Once the Yankees get into the regular season, I'm going to start doing Yankee videos. Probably just recaps, trade stuff, that type of thing. I'm going to be really busy. But I'm going to do my best to have Yankee content as much as I can. And I will obviously be streaming some Yankee games. Again, like the Knicks, the Yankees play at 7. I can't do every game. But the days that I'm off of work, I'm never off of work. The days that I don't go to the gym, figuring Wednesday nights, possibility it'd be Tuesday or Wednesday, a weekday game. I figure Tuesday or Wednesday, and maybe a weekend, like a Saturday or Sunday. I want to try to do, I can't promise it, but I want to try to do at least 2 Yankee games a week if possible. Maybe 3 if I get lucky. But I would like to do 2 Yankee games a week. And again, I'm going to try to do 4 or 5. I might not do a recap of every Yankee game, but I'm going to try to do a few a week. Nick Sandoval, thank you for the super chat, brother. Really tailgate for first home game. We'll see, man. We'll see what happens. I definitely want to do that again. That was a lot of fun. We went a couple of years ago. Definitely looking forward to it. I got to hang out with my man Dyer, Giants fan. I owe him a few rounds. So I'm looking forward to drinking a few of these. I'm a man Dyer, Giants fan. But yes, got to do it. We got to do it. Beto, you're a hockey fan, Morris. Do you see them kill the Flyers tonight? Barry, I did. Actually, I don't know what the final score was. It was 9-0 when I started this stream. I actually posted it on Instagram when they were up 8-0. The other thing is, because of my man Hot Take Hockey, and I love Hot Take Hockey. Hot Take Hockey might be streaming right now. I have to look, because if he's streaming right now, when I end the stream, I want you guys to go rate him. I really got back into hockey this year because of Hot Take Hockey, and I've been watching pretty much every Ranger game. The other night they were losing. I was watching the Knicks. But Rangers, they're a very young team. They got a lot of young talent. And again, I think the Knicks, the Giants, and the Rangers all have very bright futures. They were crushed them. It didn't even look like Philadelphia was on the ice. I love it. Anytime a New York team wallops a Philadelphia team, it makes me happy. And I just was saying to myself, like, the Giants are meeting with Kenny Golladay. The Rangers just walloped the Flyers. It was 9-0. I don't know what the final score was. But I'm like, let's go, baby. I said that they're fired up too. It was a good day today. Jay Storms, thank you for the super chat, my man. Brilly. Hope we get KG. Let's take the best player available. 420 crew, you know what to do. Jay Storms just told you it's 420. 420 crew, smoke them because you got him. It is 420 someplace, 8 hours behind us, but smoke them because you got him. 420 someplace. My man Jay Storms and Tyler Morlang, thank you for becoming a member. Brilly. Tyler, welcome to the Dog Pound, sir. Yo, where are my Dog Pound members at? Welcome, Tyler Morlang, into the Dog Pound. Whoo, let's go. Look at the kennel. 4 new members tonight, man. That's awesome. I really appreciate that, guys. Thank you so much for becoming members. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate y'all hanging out with me tonight. This has been fun because, like I said, I don't get to do this a lot with you guys and girls, especially with the Lakers, because they play almost every night, and there are just nights. And of course, we have the Talk of Giants show, so that means pretty much 5 days a week I'm locked up. And then I just, some nights I just need to sleep. And like I said, tonight was my night off, and I said, no way, because like I said, weeks ago, I planned on taking the day off today just so I could live stream during free agency. I was going to live stream during the day. I just have a hard time bringing myself to calling into work just to call into work. I just have a hard time doing that. Like I said, unless I'm on vacation or there's some kind of an emergency, the final was 9-0 nice, or I'm sick, I just have a hard time doing it. So tonight was my night where I'm like, you know what? When I was recording the video earlier today, and if you haven't watched my video, check it out, by the way, because I do mention Kenny Golladay in a short-term deal in the video. This is before they were going to meet with him. And I say, I'm going to go live tonight because I haven't gotten a chance to hang out with you guys, girls. So I was like, you know what? I don't give a damn about sleep. I'll sleep on the weekend. I'll sleep when I'm on vacation. But I wanted to be able to talk to, because I missed being able to just hang out with you guys and talk football, talk New York Giants football, and just be able to converse with you. I love the Lakers games. They're fun. But when you're calling a basketball game and you have, and I'm lucky, when you have 4,000 people, 5,000, 8,000 people in your chat, it's hard to converse. I like being able to hang out. Everybody's always like, Bad Dog, why don't you do a call-in show? And I always say, because when I have call-in show, I don't get to talk to the chat, so I appreciate it. Dire Giants fan, you know I love you, buddy. You're the freaking man. I mean, I love you guys and girls to death. I can never say it enough. I'm very grateful for the sports community that I have on YouTube. I'm very grateful for the people that support my channel. Extremely grateful. Because I say it all the time. My channel would be nothing without you guys and girls. And I say this, you guys own this channel. I just host this channel. But this is all of our channel. You guys and girls have made this channel what it is. And I really do. From the bottom of my heart, I love you guys and girls for it. This is why I can stay up and get no sleep at night, because I don't care. Because I love to talk sports, and you guys give me such a great format to do it, and I appreciate it. Mountain Bastard, thank you for the super chat. Really, if we sign Golladay, should we trade down? If we could find a trade partner, that would be awesome. If we could find a trade partner and trade down and get more draft capital because we could use it, that would be awesome. But we need a trade partner. Luca, what's going on, buddy? Always going to see Luca in the house. Luca's another great content creator up there north of the border. There's a lot of Raptors games, by the way. So check out my man Luca if you get a chance. Things are well, sir. I hope things are well for you. Got a lot of good content creators up in Canada, right? We got Luca Rosano. We got Hot Take Hockey. Sir Cardinal. There's a lot of good content creators north of the border. But the only place that it's colder than upstate New York is up there in Canada. Wilkie, thank you for the super chat. Brilly. Why do the Bears keep messing up the quarterback? I think they're trying to mess it up at this point. But I did hear this, Wilkie. I did hear this. I don't know if anybody else heard this. The Bears supposedly offered 3 first-round picks, a third, and a player for Russell Wilson. And they said no. They offered a ton, and Seattle turned it down. Russell Wilson ain't going anywhere. But from what I understand, the Bears offered a ton for those guys. If Pitts would fall to us, I'd never trade down. If Pitts is there is no way I'm trading down. No way. That's something they can work out too. You know, if the Giants could say, listen, we'll make this trade, but if Kyle Pitts is there, we're taking. They could definitely make that agreement. Like, listen, if our guy's not there at 11, we're going to make this trade with you where maybe they get, I don't know, 23 and 56 or whatever. I'm just saying 20. I don't even know who's picking 23rd. But they just say, okay, we'll give you, you know, they'll get us the first, the second, and like a fifth for number 11 if Kyle Pitts isn't there or Jalen Waddle or whoever they want. Maybe the Giants say, if he's there, we're taking him, but if he's not, we'll make the trade. That is possible. That is very possible. So there you go. 3 first-round picks, a third, and 2 starters. So I was close. I missed my 1 starter. And they said, no. Isn't that insane? Fatality Clan says, "You think?" I do think Saquon could be traded. Dave Gettleman has come out and said he's not guaranteeing him a 5th-year deal or a 5th-year option. I think it's BS. I think he'll definitely give him a 5th-year option at $7 million. His 5th-year option is less than he's making now. Be stupid. It'd be stupid to not do that. Dominic, again, they were dropping links to my Twitter and my Instagram. If you guys haven't followed me on Twitter and Instagram, you can do so right there. I will follow you back, and always appreciate that. Again, trying to grow that. So hopefully you guys and girls will follow me there. Why did the Bears go after Deshaun Watson? I don't really think Deshaun Watson's – I don't even know if the Texans are listening to trades for him. 11-hour shifts are crazy, Dixon. Listen, I have a 9-hour shift. I hate that. 11-hour shift's rough. That's rough. Yeah, putting on a 5th round, it is a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer. Yeah, Dire Giants fan. That's true. The only reason Seattle's even competitive is because of Russell Wilson. And that's about it. If Farley and Parsons are there at 11, who would you prefer? I prefer Parsons, Greg, or Gray. I prefer Parsons. No doubt about that. Yeah, I'm a 9-hour guy myself, Blizzard. I'm talking about 12 hours. Jesus. 12 hours, 11 hours. You guys are insane. Oh, we get overtime for that. If I work 12 hours, I get overtime. Stormtrooper, what's going on, buddy? How you doing, man? Thank you for swinging by. Getting ready to wrap it up here in a couple of minutes. Assuming we get KG, what do you think Giants get 11? Again, Derek, for me, it's best player available. I think that I am nocturnal, Michael, man. And like I said, morning guy, morning bad dog hates night bad dog. Morning bad dog crawls out of bed, gets a cup of coffee, gets ready for work, gets his son ready for work. Or get my son ready for work. Well, he's going to be 4. He better start working soon. Got to pull his weight around here. I get him ready for the babysitter, and I drag my ass to work, and it takes me like an hour to really get my bearings about me. But we do it anyway. But I am nocturnal, yes. Again, Derek, best player available. If we get Kenny Golladay, I'm fine if they go wide receiver. I prefer Kyle Pitts. If they went like a Parsons, Farley, Slater, Penei Sewell, if he's there, I could go anywhere at 11 if they get Kenny Golladay. We have a lot of holes. So there's a lot of positions the Giants could fill at 11, and I'd be happy. And if they trade it back, I'd be happy too. So we wish we got Curtis Samuel. We're going to get I'm not going to say that. I have a good feeling, Kid Casper, that we're going to get Kenny Golladay. And I have a good feeling about that because the Giants showed interest in him last year. There's mutual interest with Kenny Golladay going to the Giants and vice versa. Cincinnati only offered him a 1-year deal. And the fact that Curtis Samuel signed with Washington tells me that the Giants know they need to do everything they can. They get Kenny Golladay and Giants blue for at least the next couple of seasons. No, not all-nighter. No, that's in August. That's in August. The Giants wouldn't be able to get Deshaun Watson. What do I do for a living? I work for the state of New York in the finance department. I work for the state. Why do you think I have so many sick days of vacation? I get 8 weeks of vacation a year. I get a lot of vacation. I get a lot of sick time too, because I don't take it off. And when you work for the state, your sick time, you get a certain amount of sick time every year. For me, it's 18 days between sick and personal. And every year, if you don't use it, it rolls into the next year, and they add 18 days. So start adding that up over the course of many, many, many years, and you end up with a ton of sick time. It's good. And if you don't use it by the time you retire, you can either pay it out in one lump sum or they put it towards your insurance. Either way, it's good. I get a pension. I get a retirement. I get a pension. Yeah. So everybody's like, a lot of people say to me, like, Bad Dog, why don't you do YouTube full time? And the answer is, I wish I could do YouTube full time. I wish, right? I wish that I could just make my own schedule. Because Lord knows, I really could talk about sports 15 hours a day. I can talk about sports from the time I wake up to the time I go to sleep. And you guys know I don't sleep. I can do that. But I have a 4-year-old. I have a wife. I have a house. I have bills. I have a lot of stuff. So if anything ever happened where, for whatever reason, YouTube got bought out or went kaput or something, what happens? What happens then? Like, I need the security of a job, and not to mention, when I retire, I will get paid for the rest of my life from the state. That's huge. That's why. It's too good of a job. Like, I just can't, When I retire, then I can do it full time. Then we have a lot of fun. 15, 16 years. I'd be gone before you know. But that's why. That's my I have a good job. My wife works for the state too, so we have pretty good jobs. But let me get out of here, guys. It is 12:34. I do want to get some sleep. When can I retire, Wilkie? It depends. I'm thinking 59. I can walk. I would have been there 25 years at 59, and I have my baseball. Like, I talk about my sports card collection a lot. That really. The sports card collection is a big part of my retirement. But I always feel like I'm going to have a hard time selling it. But that, depending on how much that is worth, that it could get me there sooner. But I do believe that 59. But and then again, my wife is 8 years younger than me, so she wouldn't be able to retire. So I might work till I don't know. We'll figure it out. My kid would be graduated from high school at 59. That's kind of why I'm like 59 is kind of my thing. Yes, we are going to do that. Somebody mentioned rating Hot Take Hockey, so we are going to do that before we leave. Let me get the link and pull up my stream here. Get this up here. Is this over? Oh man, is it over? Nope, third. All right, hold on a second.
That's what I go to school for. These top end graphics like this.
All right.
This is what I get.
All right, guys, let me do this before I get out of here. I do want to raid somebody before we leave tonight. And again, I just want to say, thank you all so much for hanging out with me tonight. I really appreciate it. This was a lot of fun. I wish I got to do this more. It was fun to talk about the Giants, man. It was fun to talk about Kenny Golladay, free agency, the draft. It was a lot of fun. Gus, how can I be the man? You're the man. I appreciate, all the support with the donations. I mean, that you guys don't have to do that. I really, really appreciate that. It means the world to me. The 4 new members, that's unbelievable. Again, you guys don't ever need to do that. The fact that you do means the world to me. That's very humbling to me. It'll always be humbling to me that you guys think that highly of what I do on here, that you would do that. So I appreciate that. And of course, anybody that comes in here, hits the like, shares the stream, subscribes, it all means the world to me. Because again, without you guys and girls being here on this channel doesn't exist. So I love you guys and girls. I can't believe that my channel is where it is, and I owe all that to you. So I love you guys and girls for that. I really do. So, from the bottom of my heart, thank you very, very much. Hopefully you guys come tomorrow. I'll be doing the Lakers and the Hornets at 10:15. And then, of course, Friday we'll have Talking Giants, and perhaps we're talking about Kenny Golladay and Giants Blue, which should be fun. All right, before we get out of here, let me mute this. So we're going to go read my boy Hot Take Hockey. I want you guys and girls to click on this link that I'm about to drop in the chat. That is Hot Take Hockey. Go over there. Please subscribe to him. Make sure you subscribe. Leave a like. Tell him Bad Dog sent you. Say Bad Dog Raid, Bad Dog Raid, Bad Dog sent me, Bad Dog Raid. Hit the like, hit the subscribe. Everything you do for me, do for him. Like, subscribe, share his stream out, all that good stuff. Tell him Bad Dog sent you. I'm going to go over there really quick, and I'm going to end this stream. And I will see you guys and girls tomorrow for the Laker game. And, of course, I'll see you guys and girls on Friday for Talking Giants. So enjoy the rest of your night, guys. We'll see you tomorrow. Bad diggity dizzle. Thank you all so much, and I'm out. Peace.